X1041, your journey to better vision with the Filutowski Eye Institute. They've performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. If finances aren't concerned, they offer 24-month interest-free financing. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filutowski Eye Institute.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Attention! Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Moms, we all wish there were 2 more of us just to get through the day, preparing lunches, snacks, dinners. We've all got a lot on our plates. That's where Fresh from Florida comes in. They have hundreds of recipes that make mealtime quick, easy, and healthy. And shopping for locally grown produce is a snap. Just look for the Fresh from Florida logo. When it's almost dinner time and you have to be 3 places at once, go to the one place that counts. FreshFromFlorida.com. There's sunshine in every bite.
Committing to saving for 4 years of college can be stressful for families. Not to worry. Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. The reality is, most parents don't cover all of their child's college costs. A Florida Prepaid 1-year university plan lets you start small and add a year at a time as your budget allows. With the lowest prices in 10 years, plans now start at just $34 a month and are 100% risk-free, so you can never lose your investment. Plus, any amount you save today means less debt for them tomorrow. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK, B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Friday, February 2nd, 2024. Lots to get to today, from Groundhog Day chaos to the Kansas City Chiefs fans Toxicology report and why CBS wants a Super Bowl kicker to hit the upright. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Celie.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And this never, ever, 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 ever happened.
What happened, man?
That was like 7 evers.
It was.
We got a last-minute message, folks.
From whom?
I looked, I double-checked, triple-checked, but we do indeed have a last-minute message from Rat Daddy. Let's see what he said.
Hey,
Have a great Friday, you mother.
We did it, everybody! We made it through a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back.
Oh, yeah.
I survived the Celsius, and you survived the week, friend. It's as easy as that.
I survived getting here. God damn it.
Traffic crazy this morning?
Yeah, it turns out, the beautiful city, the city beautiful, I believe is the official phrase. Just
Sure.
sports crazy.
Oh,
I mean,
that's right.
You've only been promoting this thing all week.
Oh, I have been, but we also have the Pro Bowl. And then we also had apparently a field trip over at the Dr. Phillips Center that housed maybe 800 students and closed off all of those roads as well. So,
Oh, yeah, it's a busy weekend. A lot of stuff going on.
put up my tinted window and flicked all those little kids off for sure.
Wow,
Yeah.
jeez.
It felt
Aggressive.
good. It felt good.
Right, you want to kick one of them? You want to hit one of them, maybe?
No. Just the flick
Just
off.
a finger?
Just the
All right.
bird was good.
Yeah, okay. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to basketball,
Yeah.
friends. Because we know sports, we do sports. The balls, we know them alls. The fields, we know the fields. And we are sports masters, friends, as you know from listening to the show. But let's go in particular over to the court where Jalen Brunson was just officially named as an Eastern Conference All-Star. He took the court with the Knicks against the Indiana Pacers. They were way behind, 15 points behind. They ended up winning 109-105. It was a big game for him, and he was very emotional. Let's hear what he said.
Jalen, that looked like a prize fight. How did that feel?
He's crying.
Ooh. That was fun.
Now, it kind of sounds like they're booing him, but they're not. They're definitely not booing him, right? This is like, they're cheering him on, and that's what he's getting emotional about. They're saying something else. Booing would be brutal right now.
That was fun.
The night started with you being named to your first All-Star game.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys. I went through and saw the All-Star nominees, and both of you were nominated for NBA All-Star positions. I know. I know. It's an emotional moment.
Wow.
But we
We've
knew it was
worked
going to
our
happen.
entire lives for this moment. So thank you.
And they said it couldn't be done, but here it is. Congratulations to the both of you. NBA MVPs officially now, right alongside Jalen Brunson.
Just talk about the journey you've been on and how it has reached this point now where you're on the garden floor hearing MVP chants.
Can I say, I don't want to be critical in a time like these.
Here we go.
But his braids are very Michael Scott, right? There's he's got these tiny little braids in his hair that I think he could go with a better haircut.
They're like if you ordered Coolio's hair on Wish.
It does, doesn't it? It's like the braids are too small. When you do braids like this, they look cool if they're like big, chunky braids. And it doesn't look like you're a tourist who went to Jamaica for the weekend.
Wow.
And on the beach.
That is some big talk.
You went to the vendor tent. I know I'm one to talk here, but you went to the vendor tent and you're like, give me the braids. Give me the braids with the beads. I want to do that.
First of all, you know that NBA has a certain dimension for braids, right?
No, what's that?
Like you can have only a certain length and girth for
braids.
braids.
They have rules about how thick the braids can be?
For sure.
That's stupid. Why would they do that?
I made that up. I completely made that up.
I would have no clue.
But I sounded confident.
You know what? He's very, very emotional, and good for him. Congratulations to him and both of you for making it on the NBA All-Stars
Thank
team.
you. Yeah, alley-oop.
Anybody to thank, or all good?
I would like to thank, of course, our Lord and Savior, and my mom and my dad. I'm a basketball coach, 8th grade, who threw a basketball at me when I was talking too much during practice.
That did it, though. Yeah.
I'd like to thank both of you for letting me take those days off of work to go practice the hoops.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw you dunk, and it was a moment. You know, it's very impressive to see in person.
I think we cried duing that time too.
Yeah, I see anybody to thank.
Yeah, I want to thank me.
Yeah, yourself.
Yeah,
okay.
Without me, none of this would be possible.
Right, true.
Oh, man.
Very much true. Well, without Puxatawny Phil, we wouldn't have a Groundhog Day, would we?
That's right.
I completely forgot it was Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day at Gobbler's Knob, the best named place in the whole damn USA, where they gather 35,000 losers gather to see a stupid groundhog pretend like he can predict the weather. Everybody gathers around. Do you guys remember him last year? They were like, the guy was screaming.
Yeah. It's those weird old dudes in top hats. Right?
Yes, it's a gathering of these nerd guys who this is like their Super Bowl, and they're so excited that they're out there, and Puxatawny Phil's with them, and will he see his shadow, and what will the weather be like for the next couple of months?
Every time this day comes around, I just think about the groundhog that was murdered.
Yeah, dropped right on his head. Unbelievable in New York City.
Who was it?
Oh, God, what's his name?
No,
it wasn't
with a B.
Bloomberg. Damn it, it's slipping me right now.
He tried to run for president, and then people called him out for the murder.
Yeah, he
and
did.
They replaced the groundhog right after.
Bill de Blasio.
Yeah, Bill de Blasio dropped a different groundhog because everybody copycatted.
Staten Island Chuck.
Right.
And guys, today, February 2nd, is the 10-year anniversary of the dropping of Staten Island Chuck by Bill de Blasio.
Oh, R.I.P. in peace. A little ground Chuck, or whatever his name was.
Rest in peace.
Yep. All right, let's go over to the Puxatawny Phil announcement and see what they're saying.
Round, and let me be clear. Atmosphere is a wonderful thing. And we can create our own and the weather.
God, I want to punch these guys so bad. These guys are, I'm going to say it, like, if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, you are cooler than these guys. Anything you could do, any fandom that you're in, the people who go to that baby thing for adults we talked about yesterday, cooler than these guys.
I will say that, and there's something about them that comes off like you are probably assholes to everybody. Like you think you're better than everybody else because you have leather gloves.
I think they're full of it. I think they really are buying into their own hype. They're like, look, 40,000 fans came out to see us
My
this year.
grandfather did this, and his grandfather did this, so we must continue the tradition and kill the groundhogs.
And if you knew one of them all year long, all they do is talk about Groundhog Day. They're like, we're getting ready. We had our first practice for Groundhog Day this year. You know, we got out there. We almost dropped Puxatawny Phil. Got to be careful. Can't do that. These guys are the biggest losers in the country. I'm sorry. They're very punchable to me.
It brings hope for the future and so much more. Maybe some Puxatawny Phil write-in votes in 2024.
Oh.
What? You want to rig the election?
No, right in.
But what this weather did not provide
the only people who are bigger losers than the Groundhog guys are the people who write in the votes for Puxatawny Phil. Those are the only people.
We're trying to determine who's going to lead the United States of America, and you're going to put a groundhog's name.
If you vote for Puxatawny Phil, you're worse than these guys, and that is incredibly hard to beat.
You should lose your right to vote.
Look at all these kids behind them too. They got their cameras out. Like, there it is.
One day
the
I'm going to
groundhog.
be that guy.
I'm filming the groundhog moment.
A shadow or reason to hide. Glad tidings on this Groundhog Day. An early spring is on the way.
Oh my God! What are we gonna do?
Look at all these losers.
Wow! Look at that crowd, man. Maybe we should have a groundhog at Just Okay 8.
I guess so. Man, we really should, because look, the huge crowd of people who come out to see this dumb event. My God. Burning Hammer on Twitch says...
Let them have their fun, Sean. My gosh, you sound like such a stink. You sound like a big stink.
You know what, though?
Stink.
If we lived in that city, or if you happened to be in that city during this time, you know your ass would show up to that.
No
Just
way.
for the videos. Something to talk about on Monday.
Burning Amber says 10 minutes into the show, and Sean just wants to S on everything I see. Look, I'm calling him out
today,
here.
man.
This is absolute loserdom. These people they're grown adults, all of these people. And there's many things to do on planet Earth. And this is the thing they've decided to do. And these guys with the hats, oh, God, they're just a bunch of losers. Congratulations. We got an early spring, according to the Groundhog, if you want to believe that.
All right.
Oh, God. And there's, nothing to this thing predicting the weather, of course. But look, people want to have fun. I get it. I get people want to have fun and enjoy themselves. I just think the guys who are up there taking themselves very serious, they got the hats on, they got a scroll, they got a poem. They are the biggest losers. I'm sorry. It's just the way I see it.
Could you imagine, ladies that are listening, could you imagine if you lived in Punxsutawney and somebody set you up on a first date, and you're like, all right, the guy was, he was nice, he was very friendly, he paid for dinner, I think I might go out with him again. And that was February 1st. Then you turn on the TV the next morning.
That's the guy you just had sex with.
Your guy, maybe you gave it up, too. Yeah. And then your guy is on TV reading the Groundhog poem.
Okay, but you know very well that if you go on a date with one of those guys, that's the first thing they mention. That's their Facebook profile cover.
And then their alarm every morning is, I got you, babe. That's the type of people that we're dealing with
that
here.
Song?
No, it's the Groundhog Day song. These people, their whole life will be Groundhog Day. Everything that they get to. My God.
Hater alert.
BDMXCon says, y'all just S on everything today. Kid gets emotional after having a huge game. Cringe. I'm not cringing at him. I just go after his hair a little bit.
Yeah,
the braids were a little small, but I say good for him. That's very, very impressive. And they said, old tradition that hurts nobody, losers. I'm not saying it hurts anybody.
We're pissing off some people right now. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys were so serious about Groundhog Day. Jesus. Okay, we'll hear from you. Your dispatches. You can yell at me if you want. All you have to do.
Burn some bridges, baby.
Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. The Super Bowl is indeed headed our way, and there is a massive, and I mean massive, Super Bowl advertisement that has already been rolled out. What is it? Well, it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for bumper-to-bumper traffic. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. There's stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. And there's a couple accidents to watch out for. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Mark Street at Orange Avenue. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Very local. Powered by WESH 2. Local news.
Breaking news this morning.
Original series and specials.
I can't wait to go check it out. Come with me.
24/7 TV made just for you.
How awesome is this?
Download the free Very Local app now.
Being a great dad doesn't require some fat wallet. I realized a simple stopwatch could make my kids' day better. I turned everything into a speed competition. Just time everything. How fast can they make their bed? How quickly can they fold 10 shirts? The weirder, the better. I once timed who could hug me the longest. They'll be excited if you're excited. Trust me.
Pull out a stopwatch or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands. at up to 95% off. That's right. Get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Get ready for the big game with the free iHeartRadio app. Pre-game with perfectly tailored playlists like Big Game Tailgate Party and more. iHeartRadio has the perfect soundtrack for your pregame party, whether it's just you or a block party for the entire neighborhood. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Tailgate, and listen now. Make the big game great with iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting?
And you can join the show with what we call a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record your first dispatch right now. I'm always amazed by some weird things and just habits that people have that don't line up with mine. And I've talked before about how I didn't realize, number one, previously how early everybody else outside of my household ate dinner. Like, we used to eat dinner like 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. I've learned that a lot recently. It's like some people are eating at like 5 and calling it dinner. Or like, we're going to get ready for dinner, have everyone over at 3:30, and we'll start eating in an hour. I'm like, that's not dinner.
I always thought times like 7 o'clock or something. And then when I see when people go to sleep, there's a story out today, and it's from the Wall Street Journal about how younger folks, Gen Zers, 20-somethings, a lot of them are now going to bed much earlier, and they have no idea why this shift has happened, but younger people are going to bed at like 9 o'clock at night.
Whoa.
Which, when I was in my 20s, the idea of going to bed at 9 o'clock at night was just out there in space. It was not something that we would do.
No, and I mean, I can't lie. You guys have made fun of me before that I've gone to sleep around like 10 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock sometimes. But that's me also waking up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. If I went to sleep at 9, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to sleep 12 hours.
No way. No.
I don't know. Are kids doing that? Or,
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, and the thing is, if I, just like you, if I went to bed at 9 o'clock at night, I would probably be up at like 3 or like some weird hour where it was not good for me because I'm like a clock with my schedule. I go to bed about 12:30.
Same poop time?
Wake up and sometimes wake up about 7 a.m. or something, and that's it. That's just like the cycle that I'm on that doesn't change. But the idea that so many people are going to do this is kind of wild to me. And all of you on chat are kind of on the same schedule too. A lot of you are saying you eat around 5:30. 5:30 seems so early to me.
Don't you get hungry later on? Are you having a midnight snack?
Well, Mina, I don't eat anything until after the show. So like that's late. That's my first meal of the day is late. And then I eat after that dinner at like 7 o'clock, and that's it, So
seems
I have
reasonable.
Snacks and stuff, but I just haven't moved my schedule like this. But a lot of people on chat right now for sure have done this. Somebody says, Sunstate John says, I sleep from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Going to bed at 8 o'clock seems weird to me.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I could be in my bed at 8 p.m., but I'm up watching TV until 10, 11.
Yeah, you'd be rolling around. You wouldn't be able to sleep that early, I wouldn't think.
Lately, I've been waking up exactly at 2 a.m. I don't know what is going on with me.
For what?
I don't know. I just wake up, I roll over, and it's 2 a.m., and then I can't fall back asleep until like 3 or 4.
Oh, it's
and
a
I watch
nightmare.
New episodes of something.
I've been an old man just waking up every morning at 1 a.m. to pee and then back to bed.
Does Jackson just sleep all through the whole night?
Sometimes. He's had some recent nights where he's been kind of a dick about sleep. And the thing is, he's starting to
I love how you phrase this.
He's starting to get, he's going to be too big for the snoo eventually.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to start weaning him off of swaddling.
Can't do a snoo extender?
I would just get a really big snoo. If I could invent to make the whole crib Just do the snoo
One
thing.
snoo?
Yeah.
What do you do with that stuff afterwards? Because that stuff was expensive. Do you keep it for baby number 2, or do you sell it on eBay? Or
I think you can sell it. I mean, we bought ours used, so there's probably somewhere where we can, recoup a little bit of that money.
Yeah, I'd be selling all that stuff. As we head up to the beginning of Super Bowl mayhem, we start to see the ads emerge. It's the only time that people get excited about commercials is when Super Bowl arrives. And this is kind of a smart ad campaign. It's a big one. There is one that you'll see in Las Vegas right now. And have you guys ever been to Vegas and seen the Luxor Hotel? You familiar with that?
Only time I went to Vegas was with you guys a couple years ago. So that's my question to you. Did we see the Luxor?
All right, this will help you. It looks like a giant pyramid. It's a huge...
Yeah, we saw it. Didn't we do the Ferris wheel around there? Is that not it?
Probably, yeah. I think it's in that area where you're talking about. It's a huge, huge pyramid. That's the way they built this hotel out on the Vegas Strip. And right now, the first Super Bowl commercial in Vegas is officially out there. And they have turned one side of the Luxor into the world's largest Dorito. And
that's awesome.
Because it's a giant, triangle shape, Doritos puts its logo on there, and they turn one side of the entire thing into a huge Dorito. That had to be pricey, I would think, to get them to do that. That had to be a little bit expensive.
What a fun ad, though.
Yeah. And it's weird that they can get in on things, the Luxor can, because you know why? It's in Vegas. The Super Bowl's in Vegas. They're going to be showing overhead shots of the Las Vegas Strip, obviously.
Well, and they have a triangle product. Who else can do that?
Right, but I'm saying the Luxor, who has nothing to do with the Super Bowl, is able to make money off of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be featured on television when they do those flyovers, so they sell one side of their building to the Doritos folks.
That's kind of like some of the old baseball stadiums before they ended up getting smart and buying property around the stadium. If you had a building that was high enough, you could sell advertising on the building, and it had nothing to do with the stadium, but you're going to see it. Right, it's going to be shown.
Yeah, that's people get real smart about making money sometimes. I got to take a class from some of these people as we go over to you. We want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah,
go to the
you're super poor.
What? I'm struggling over here, man.
Yeah.
Life is tough.
How are those new toilets?
I didn't get them yet. No, the fancy toilets are not in yet. I'm probably going to get it at some point this year.
You're getting fancy toilets?
Yeah. I want those ones that
you don't have a leaf blower, but you're getting fancy toilets?
Why do I need a leaf blower? I don't do any yard work.
Oh, because you pay someone to do it.
Yes, because I want to make sure that Juan is doing well and he has enough clients. I helped Juan get my next door neighbor, and she got on as a client, right? And then my other next door neighbor was like, "Who do you use for your lawn?" Oh. And I said, "Here's Juan. He's the best."
Did you get some money off from Juan for the referral?
Damn it! This is I'm not good at business stuff here. I really could have made. I couldn't do that to Juan. He's too good of a guy.
Nice guy.
But this way, when he comes, he's able to do 3 houses in a row.
And you told your neighbors, "Hey, if you have a check that bounces, he won't ask you about it for months."
God almighty. That was so embarrassing. Okay, let's go over to you. Let's see what you got on your mind. Dispatches are rolling in real time, just like this one. Here is Calvin S., or Calvin Sr. with a dispatch.
Hey, Sean, about the braids for the NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
They're small because they have to start somewhere. They start small with plaits, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Twists. You could twist into braids, and then
you get bigger.
To grow. My grandson, that's how he started. Real small, but now them things are so big, it's something else. But that's what has to happen. They have to start somewhere small.
Yeah, I got it. He's just putting it on display for the whole world, and that's because he's a superstar NBA player. So we have to watch the process of him doing this. Whereas if it was me, not as many people would be seeing this.
Someone, for the love of God, please Photoshop tiny little braids on Sean. Please.
That would be a look. That would be a look for me. Here's Missy. She's talking about Groundhog Day.
Hey, junkies. Happy Groundhog Day.
You too.
Yeah. Also,
Saturday,
my
Sunday.
45th birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have a great day, junkies.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you, Missy. We appreciate you. Here's one more. Holly was joining us here on the show.
Hey, guys, you need to be quiet.
All right.
When you're taking your blood pressure and sit still or you're not going to get an accurate reading.
Oh, she's talking about yesterday.
And if it's 175 over 110, you need to go to the emergency room.
I am telling you, yesterday, I'm never going to do that again. I'm never. And I looked in the refrigerator this morning. I saw the Celsius drink, and I go, I kind of want it because they taste so good, but
maybe
I
like
can't
a quarter
do it.
of a can, man.
I know, but once I start tasting, I love the taste so much. Maybe there's one that doesn't have the caffeine, but that's kind of the purpose of the whole thing.
Such a funny timeline because you're like, I'm a Celsius guy, and I mean, specifically said your heart rate's going to be through the roof, and then the amount of texts and calls that we got afterwards, like looking at you on the stream, and there was fear in your eyes.
It was a lot.
And no color in your face.
Well, I know it's like a sad, pathetic thing, but I had never experienced that before. I don't drink soda. I don't drink, any of these things like this. I don't have much caffeine in my life. So doing that, and yesterday after the show, again, I know I sound like a child when I say this, it was the first time in my life when I had a caffeine crash. And I was like, I don't like this. This is really uncomfortable. I'm all sleepy and I feel kind of sad a little bit. And the only thing I want to do is get that other Celsius out of the fridge and slam it right now. But then I'll go through this whole process over and over and over and over. And I go, oh, this is bad. I cannot do this. Here's Guitar Slinger talking about Celsius.
Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I had one of those Celsius. It didn't do anything to me. I'm just moving as slow as I ever do. Nothing's going faster. It just seems to be doing nothing to me. I don't know what the problem is.
You sound a little faster. That's what it did to me for real, though. I don't know what to do with all that excess energy, and I just have to try to figure my way through it. Okay, we want to hear from you, and we'll be gentle, I promise. It's the weekend. We want to take things easy. We want to enjoy ourselves, and we want to hear your opinions. Tell us what you think at some point during the show today by recording a dispatch. How do you do that? Well, you go over to thenewsjunkie.com. On the website, you'll see record a dispatch. Hit that button, and then right there on your phone, your smartphone, or your laptop, or whatever you have that has a microphone, you record a short message and send it over to us. So go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, Apple has banned an app from the App Store. It was not the News Junkie app. It is a very, very different one, and I can't believe this existed to begin with, but we're going to talk about it. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hi there, here is your midday weather update. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This afternoon will be beautiful. Our high temperature 72 degrees with mostly sunny skies. For tomorrow, we'll wake up to the upper 40s and top out in the mid-70s for a spectacular Saturday. Great weather for the U.S. Olympic team marathon trials in downtown Orlando. On Sunday, though, expect rain and scattered storms. Sunday is a Fox 35 weather impact day for the rain.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa has pizza. Get $5 off pizza when you order in the Wawa app or on your favorite delivery app starting at 4 p.m. Gotta have a Wawa.
Folks, work with the companies that are fair to you, that are honest to you, that help you out, and that run business the right way. Companies like Mills Air. This is why I strongly suggest you call Mills Air, because they've been in business. Don't worry about that. And Mills Air is a key.
Mills
Can't get you access to, like $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call today to schedule your appointment. It's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
One of the most influential metal bands of all time. For the fans, for the brothers, for legacy. Pantera. February 5th, Emily Arena. With special guests, Lamb of God. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Pantera, live in concert.
Every parent wants their child to find happiness in whatever path they choose. Florida Prepaid has a plan to help you support them by affordably and confidently saving for college. Our 529 prepaid plans start at just $34 a month, and you have peace of mind knowing that when you lock in 2024 prepaid plan prices, your payment will never go up. It's inflation-proof and further proof that it's the best way to ensure the brightest future. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Looking to hire the right employee? Find them at the Florida Jobs Now job fair, fljobsnow.com for more info.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
One of the big stories of the week, these Kansas City Chiefs fans that ended up dead in their friend's backyard. And this guy says, look, I didn't notice them out there for 48 hours. I didn't know my friends were dead, frozen in my backyard.
I just didn't notice that he had 3 friendsicles just kind of chilling out there.
No idea that they were there. And I posted a video on this week on Facebook and YouTube, which you can check out. But the story is a very odd one, right? So you have this guy who has some friends over for the Chiefs game, And they keep framing the story around them being Chiefs fans, but really they didn't even show up to his house until after the game had ended. And they were probably partying with each other. And then he wakes up the next morning and he says, at first he said that he waved goodbye to his friends and they left. And then he changed his story through his attorney multiple times. And this guy is at his house for the next 48 hours. He left on a couple of occasions, according to his attorney. He didn't notice, I guess, when he left that his friend's 2 cars were still in front of his house. Like, I don't know how you don't notice that.
His story is so sus.
That's really weird. Like your lawyer says you were there sporadically. So it means you were coming and going from your house. And if you're coming and going from your house and your friend's 2 cars are still in front of your house, if that was me, I'd go, why are their cars still here?
Right.
Oh, where are they? That's so
Maybe
very
the
second
Second day.
Yeah, second day cars
lines.
still there. And he said the second day he was working from home, so he didn't see that these friends were dead in the backyard and didn't see that their bodies were there. Now, one of the fiancés of these guys gets upset. She gets very worried. Nobody's responding to her text messages, and nobody is telling her where her partner or fiancé is. So she is like the third person, I believe, who comes over to this house, bam, 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 knocking on the door, banging on the door for a while, and nobody answers the door. The homeowner says, I didn't answer the door because I had noise-canceling headphones on. All right, so couldn't hear this person pounding down my front door.
And then didn't he say something like he only could communicate through Facebook Messenger? But then
I don't know.
Something like that. I'll look it up. I think the attorney had spoken to him, or for him rather, had said that it was just Facebook Messenger, and then fiance was like, "No, I was texting."
She texted him.
There were text exchange.
Yeah, she definitely sent text messages to him. That was confirmed by the police, and he didn't, I guess, respond. And so when she's banging down the door, she hasn't seen her fiance, and 2 days has gone by. She breaks into the guy's house. Like, she breaks in and goes in his house, and inside his house, she screams his name. No response, even inside his house. As she's walking through his house, looking through his window, she sees a body on the patio. He didn't see this body for 2 days, but she saw the body when she went in. And the body was on the patio, one of them. The other 2 were further into the backyard. And there's a window right by this patio. And when you look at it, you just go, hey, this seems really unlikely that you didn't know that this was going on. And yesterday, we learned that the guy, Willis, who owned that house where the 3 people died in his backyard, he had checked himself into rehab. And I go, okay, I see where this is going.
What you talking about?
My theory was that these friends somehow did something like fentanyl. I don't know why, but ended up in the backyard. And then if they all pass out because of the fentanyl in the backyard, it was about 30 degrees. And eventually just die in the backyard. Now we finally have some actual news rolling in. This from WDAF. They say police have received a toxicology report in the ongoing investigation into the death of 3 Kansas City men whose bodies were found at a friend's backyard. So it's 2 days after they had gathered to watch a football game. The family members confirmed they had been in contact with the police, and at first they weren't giving any additional details, but I got some from this report. It says a family member who asked to remain anonymous says cocaine, fentanyl, and THC showed up in the preliminary results.
A heck of a football party, man.
I didn't know that they did this, but when they test your blood for drugs, and if you have fentanyl in your system, they do it by levels, right? So they say you got level 8 fentanyl, level 6 fentanyl, level whatever. Level 10 fentanyl is enough to kill somebody. All right.
Well, it apparently did.
Yeah, they were at level 30. In the drug test for these 3 fans.
Okay, so level 30, can someone even physically consume that or intake that level, or does it kind of come off that someone gave it to them in that dose?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I've never done fentanyl, but
when you're saying levels, though, are we talking about it's that level because that's how much they consumed? We're not talking about like if I had a bag of fentanyl in one hand and a bag of fentanyl in the other hand, and this one's level 3 and this one's level 10. That's not.
I don't think so.
It's not like a potency thing, right?
It says the family source says level 10 fentanyl is enough to kill. The Kansas City 3 were at level 30. and that, they said, is what did this, did them in. Drugs were speculated as a contributing factor, and now it's confirmed that fentanyl, cocaine, and THC were in their systems. So you could start to see what happened there. But well, I get that these guys maybe were doing drugs. I know one of them, earlier on, it was revealed that they had been arrested in the past for drugs. That's not shocking. But why would somebody do fentanyl and then go outside in 30-degree weather in the backyard? I don't know, that seems strange to me. I mean, I'm not saying like maybe they died in the house and then he brings them out into the backyard. I don't know, but it
wouldn't
seems
the bodies
weird.
show that?
I don't know. I don't know if you could tell that or not. If you could tell, like,
I believe
if they
you
were
could
in the
tell
house,
if bodies have been moved post-mortem.
if you could tell that, that would be an interesting thing for them to examine here. And I'm sure they will. You know, I'm sure they'll do all the forensic stuff that they're supposed to. They said the dude who owned the house must not have taken it. Well, I don't know if that's the case either. He said he pretty much slept through the next day. He said the next day, like, he almost slept through the entirety of the day. Maybe he was on this. He's also checked himself into a drug rehab facility. I'm taking some clues from this stuff, right? I'm learning some things from this stuff. But when I see that they were outside, I go, okay, now I'm to believe that 3 men all took 3 times the legal limit, or not the legal limit, 3 times the fatal limit of fentanyl, and then decided to go into the backyard of this guy's house where the temperatures were about 30 degrees, and one of them died on a lounge chair on the patio, and the other 2 died like further out into the yard. Why would they do that? That is the weird thing to me right now. That is the thing that seems a little bit strange. Ran on YouTube says, did they die inside and he moved them outside the stage? He was not involved. I have no idea. But I'm telling you, if you had friends that OD'd at your house on fentanyl, 3 of them, you might feel like you could get in trouble for this.
I thought a lot of places that had laws in place that were supposed to prevent that exact notion. Like saying that if you're doing like some heroin with some friends and one of your friends passes out, ODs, you're supposed to be able to call the ambulance and get them saved, and then, you know, they kind of look over the fact that you have the heroin right now.
But what if you didn't do that and you did not report that 3 of your friends died after overdosing? Then I think at that point there would be a criminal charge.
Or, and again, this is pure speculation. Imagine the scenario playing out like this. All 4 of them do this hefty dose of fentanyl. He passes out and then wakes up the next day and they're all dead. You know, he's the only one who survived. Now it's not about giving them Narcan or everything. It's about he's found 3 dead bodies in his house. And how does he respond? He didn't report those. He says, I didn't even know they were there the whole time. And nothing happens until 2 full days later. There's some questions about this case for sure, but that's what the toxicology report is saying, that they had fentanyl, cocaine, and THC, and the fentanyl was 3 times a fatal dose in their systems. Before we hear from you with your dispatches from the newsjunkie.com, Apple has pulled an app from the App Store that was surging in popularity among U.S. teenagers. Why? Well, the app was called Wiz. And I didn't download Wiz, but a lot of teens did.
Took one recently.
They said it was a Tinder-like app for teens.
All right.
That's
Which seems a little weird, seems a little strange.
I'm so glad I didn't, because at the beginning of this, you're like, I didn't download Wiz, and I almost went, I wish I would have downloaded Wiz, and then it would have been like, oh, damn it, that did not age well.
The Tinder app for teens, you don't want to be on that one. A Google spokesperson said the Wiz app was suspended from Google Play, the online store for Android apps. The spokesperson cited the company's child endangerment policies that requires apps to prohibit users from creating, uploading, or distributing content that facilitates the exploitation or abuse of children. So they were worried about revenge porn and all kinds of sextortion type things on this app. And it was, according to these reports, it was something that was like Tinder, but for teenagers, which just sounds like a really bad idea. And it's not in the App Store anymore. All right, let's see what we got here from you, because you are joining us on the show with your dispatches, just like this one. Here's our friend Mo Manji, the realtor.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well.
You too.
Sean, in regards to this story about the fentanyl and stuff like that, maybe they got super hot after they took the fentanyl and then went outside because they thought they would cool off, and then ended up falling asleep because it wore off and didn't ever wake up.
We don't know. We, at this point, we just need to hear from the police investigation. They'll sort all this out. Somebody was saying on chat that one of the guys even left his jacket inside the house. There's a lot of questions that the police have to investigate and look into here. And they have said so far, all right, it's important to get this out there, that they do not view this as a death that seemed like it could be from homicide, and that this guy wasn't viewed as a suspect in their mind. That could change, but they had gone out on the record and said that they didn't view him as a suspect. I just think it seems a little fishy to me. And on the videos that got a bunch of attention that I did this week on YouTube and Facebook, there was a lot of people that said, hey, I'm a total shut-in. It would be totally easy for me to go 2 days without looking outside or without knowing that my friends were dead in the backyard. And that's possible. And maybe this guy was a shut-in. But his attorney, not my words, his attorney said he was there sporadically, meaning he was coming and going from the location. And the friends' cars were out in front of the house. And the fiance that busted in, she was able to very easily see through the inside out a window to the bodies outside. How is it that she saw that, but he never saw it for those 2 days?
Lying.
Seems a little weird. It just seems a little bit strange. Here's Solid Drake with a dispatch. Hello?
Sean.
Hey.
What's going on with all the dropouts lately, especially during a live read?
Unbelievable,
careful, man.
Did you hear me say Mills?
Overlord, they're probably going to force you to get back to the office over there. No cushy sitting with little, what is he? Nook boy, cranny boy, whoever you're
Cranny boy
that lives under the stairs.
Cranny boy somehow sounds way worse. Yeah.
No, I've upgraded. I'm just Nook. There was a small moment of cranny when I was cleaning up a Nook.
Cranny boy is bad. Nook boy is
Sounds
bad
like a
enough. Nook boy is bad enough for me. I got enough problems. But that is on iHeart's side. I don't know what's going on, but they're having some internet glitches over there. Hopefully we won't have any more today, but just be patient. We'll get it all sorted out and fixed. I know we will. I have confidence in it. A little bit, tiny bit. Here's the Saltpeter talking about other Super Bowl advertisements.
Not sure if you know this, along with the Dorito thing, the Stratosphere at the other end of the strip is being used by Trojan, the condom company. So I'm pretty sure you could figure out how they're going to do that.
There's no way.
They're just going to drape.
There's no
the entire
shot.
Stratosphere, I guess, in a giant rubber.
No.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I don't buy it for a second, but we'll see. I'll look it up. Thank you for your dispatch, sir. I'm also wondering what they're going to do in the orb thing, because that's got to feature on the broadcast, I would think. And they may be interested in promoting the fact that they have the residency from the Grateful Dead that is going to be at that place, at the orb. And maybe they'll put that on there, or maybe they'll sell it to somebody, because that is valuable real estate at a time like this. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. When we return, we are going to hear from you. There's a woman with a bag who is now in trouble, and I'll explain it all. It'll all make sense as we roll on a Friday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities have cleared up that accident off to the side now on Florida's Turnpike northbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. You can still expect a bit of delays there. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-4 eastbound between US 27 and after State Road 429. Around the perimeter of I-4, traffic is up to speed on State Road 429 and the Greenway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Orlando's top comedy club and restaurant is becoming the Funny Bone. Formerly the Improv Comedy Club, the Funny Bone guarantees the same awesome live comedy with a new name at Point Orlando. This week, it's Jeff R. Curry, February 2nd and 3rd.
Do you like it? I feel like that's not a cool guy thing to say. It was like, here's my tattoo. Is it okay?
Followed by Craig Robinson, February 9th and 10th. Check out the star-studded calendar and showtimes at orlando.funnybone.com. Get funny at the Funny Bone.
Are allergies holding you back? Take control with Aspire Allergy and Sinus, your one-stop solution for a breath of fresh air. Our expert team offers comprehensive allergy testing and cutting-edge treatments, so you can enjoy life without the hassle of sneezing and sniffles. Our sinus specialists work with you to create the perfect treatment plan. Say goodbye to allergy and sinus struggles, and hello to a healthier, happier you. Go to AspireAllergy.com today to ditch those temporary fixes and schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
How do I, Dad? Here's something I do. I write a letter to my kids every month. Yep, I write a letter and send it to my own house. I'm pen pals with my own kids. I know it sounds silly, but they love it. I don't write anything crazy. Just tell them I love them, ask them questions, whatever. Normal stuff. But when it shows up in the mailbox, I'm super dad.
Write your kids letters or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
On game day, you want to focus on 3 things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends. And football, well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long: Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Do you have trouble remembering that one thing you went to the grocery store to buy?
Here's a tip. Forget about it. Just pick up fresh Florida strawberries. They're delicious, in season, and available now. Here's another tip. Go to freshfromflorida.com and use local Florida strawberries for wonderful recipes like strawberry arugula salad or strawberry fritters. And while you're there, join the Fresh from Florida Club for free perks. Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South offers volume discounts for homeowners. The more you buy, the more you save. Our discounts start at the fourth window, and from there, the savings grow. New South can do this because we own our factory, and that's the power of Factory Direct. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, PAY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the three best friends you never knew you had.
And we hope you'll join us today on the show. Learn more, go to thenewsjunkie.com, see how you can send us a dispatch, and you could be right alongside us on the show today. And I have to tell you, Sabrina and C-Lane, the weirdest thing that I did this week, which I would almost encourage you to do because everybody should read this.
Was it the Celsius?
No, it wasn't the Celsius. I should stay away from that.
I was just in our little mini mart in the kitchen, you know, where you where you can buy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
where you should be buying stuff.
You're supposed to be paying for the stuff, fellow employees. Supposed to pay for that, but they have Celsius in that as an option.
Oh, you want to chug one, C-Lane, and see if we freak out like Sean?
Well, the Celsius has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Is that a lot?
Okay, this Coke Zero that I got, 57.
Okay.
So it's like funneling 4 of those.
Yeah,
I'm not doing the math right.
That's
about it.
That's quite a bit. That's why it sent me on a spiral when I drank that thing. No, it's not that. It's actually, I read, I think it was about 60 pages long or something.
Okay, so you had me at reading something is the craziest thing you did this week?
It was the Vince McMahon lawsuit, the WWE Vince McMahon lawsuit. I had heard a lot of things. I had seen a couple of things.
Oh, wait, Sabrina, have you heard anything about this lawsuit, the Vince McMahon thing?
I've heard some of it, and then I was also just really taken aback by the most recent picture of Vince McMahon.
Did you hear the part about his dildo collection?
I did not. So
that was one thing.
Tell me more.
He had a collection of sex toys, and each one of them was named after one of his wrestlers.
Yes. And if it was a white sex toy, it was named after a white wrestler. If it was a black one, it was named after a black wrestler, according to the lawsuit.
And part of the lawsuit was that he used them, vigorously, violently?
Yes. Yeah. And here's the thing. You look at this and go, yeah, this is he said, she said, and how do we know he actually did this?
That sounds more like she said.
She's got the receipts. She has tech from Vince McMahon of WWE. And Vince McMahon is the horniest weirdo I have ever read text message from in my life.
There's nothing wrong with a drawer full of dildos.
It's not just that.
But it is the naming of it and then using them violently. And then for some reason, like attaching them to people that are under your payroll.
Yeah, that's
is
the thing.
bizarre.
What if you found out that one of our bosses had a drawer full of dildos and then would go, this one's Sean, this one's Sabrina, this one's
I would be
C-Lane.
thrown off, obviously, but then a little part of me is like, well, what does it look like?
Let me see what Sabrina looks like.
It better be, it better match up to my personality.
Just rest assured that the text messages he sent went so far that anybody who looked at those and read them would go, whoa, this dude is out there.
And this was to multiple women or just one woman?
One woman in particular. And the story goes something like this, if you're not familiar. So Vince McMahon, the head of the WWE, he has somebody who lives in his building who he's friends with. And the person in his building who he's friends with, he goes, have you seen this other woman who lives on one of the lower floors? She's struggling right now. Maybe you could help her out, Vince. And Vince McMahon goes, I'll help her out. And so he starts talking to this woman, and he gives her a job working at WWE and then the XFL. And at first, he's just like hugging her and holding on to her a little bit long and doing stuff like that. And then he's text messaging her. And then she started to have sex with Vince McMahon, right? So all that's fine. And all that is consented, I guess, right? She says it was a weird power dynamic, blah, blah, blah. But he sent her text messages with, I want you to do this with all the WWE tech guys at the same time. And then they can all do this to you. And then all watch as everybody does this on your this. And it's insane. It is absolutely unhinged what this guy wrote. I can't say it on the radio.
Say it.
I can't read these text messages. Look at the actual lawsuit. I'll send it to both of you. And actually, I'll put it up on See It Now because I have the whole thing.
I'm going to print it out. I'll use it for my morning reading with the coffee. Now,
my God.
What is the timeline here? Because if he's talking like this with this one woman that he was supposed to help out of a struggle, she can't be the only one, right?
No, I would think there was others just based on the way this guy talks and how horny he is.
Does it pop up now, or do they wait to see the results of how this lawsuit goes?
I would be very, very surprised if we didn't hear somebody else come up at some point. I know that Joe Rogan heard this and he goes, I'm as unsurprised as I could be. So this is how this dude was.
Such a familiar phrase when it comes to predatory men in Hollywood.
When you read the actual lawsuit, you'll understand what I'm talking about because there's just a way that he talks where you go, oh, I know what kind of guy this is. He's the weirdo. He's the creepy, uncomfortable to be around person.
Let's do some Mad Libs here.
Okay.
Do you have the lawsuit? Or you have it in front of you?
I have a picture of one of the text messages.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Can I write this down?
Send it over to me.
We need to do some Mad Libs here. I need a verb from Sabrina.
I will go with jump.
Jump. All right. I mean, yeah, that seems like it would work. So for the F word, we're gonna go jump.
Okay, got it.
Why is this not typing?
I don't know. You tell me.
All right, and I need another verb.
Pork. Okay.
Yeah, pork. It's pretty close to what we're using anyhow.
But pork. This is gonna go for a completion sort of move.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go. Spark. Spray.
Okay,
Spray.
Spark is better.
Okay. All right.
And let's have a noun, 2 nouns.
And they were replacing.
They're replacing body parts.
Oh, then how about eggplant?
That's a good one.
But it's not the one you're thinking of.
Oh, is it the back door? So we're gonna go starfish, brown starfish. About nature's pocket, spam purse.
You're getting too close to it. The whole point of Mad Libs is they're supposed to be nonsensical.
Know, all right.
We're getting lost in Mad Libs land here.
A wallet.
Okay. Says, in the future, it's going to be so bad that you'll demand to be jumped twice a day, and not just with somebody in a 3-way. Why not let others see the beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollably when you spark? They'll go out of their minds, then I'll find more friends, and we'll tie you up so you're helpless. I'll direct them to have their way any way they want. Who can make you scream the loudest? Multiple exclamation points.
You see what I'm talking about?
Maybe I'll just line them up and have them
jump.
Spark in your mouth, your wallet.
This poor woman. She's like, the job is great. I can pay my rent, but good God.
All over your mountains and brown starfish.
Wow.
All at the same time. You'll be covered in spark. And then we'll make you consume it.
All right, and here's something else.
Is there any left?
Wait. Here's something else that was part of this that I thought was so interesting. If she texted him about anything other than sex stuff, he would either just like the comment or post like a thumbs up, or he wouldn't respond at all. He wouldn't respond at all. But if she posted him something about sex stuff, he would respond with these walls of text with just absolutely filthy talk. I'll put the lawsuit up on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com.
That was a fun game, Celine. Thank you.
So you can check this out. I sent it to both of you. So if you want to scroll through, they have all of the text messages there. So again, this isn't just like she said, he said. She has a full-on setup of all of the different messages they traded back and forth, and it is incredibly graphic. So, yeah, check that over on thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section. They said, heading up to the Super Bowl, CBS really wants one of the kickers to do something. And that something is they want one of the kickers to hit the upright. Why? Well, I know they have microphones in it because it got donked pretty good that one time. But for the first time ever, I guess, for the Super Bowl, they have put cameras all up and down the goalposts on the uprights.
Oh.
And so if a ball actually hits the uprights, they're hoping they can get some epic shot of that football as it hits it, and then they can have the ultimate video to roll for that. And so the folks at CBS are hoping they didn't do all that work for nothing, and they don't end up getting a video to show people. But the president of Remote Technical Operations said they are ready to go, and they couldn't be more excited for somebody to hit the doink camera. That's how they're referring to it.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'm looking at these here. There's like a picture of how they're embedded in the pole.
Okay.
That is a lot of money to spend on.
Just for this, right?
Are they good cameras? Or are you looking at a GoPro or something?
Yeah, this is the Super Bowl. They're going for it. And they made it into this whole contraption that they worked into the goalpost.
Man,
and
I want like a post-mortem Super Bowl by the numbers. How many cameras do we got? How many terabytes of footage are they saving somewhere? I mean, this is getting ridiculous.
And do they get rid of them afterwards? Is there like a aftermarket to get them for cheap? Because when it comes to like big productions like that, and batteries, obviously not related to a very expensive camera, but it's amazing to me that they will spend that money just to use it once because they want to guarantee it's new, and then it's just tossed.
But because the NFL is so interested in the next big thing, the next kind of camera that they could put on the field. They started with the one that they put on top of the field, and it's on like that wire that goes over them so they can get those interesting shots. And then they just keep going because they want to do the next thing to keep you tuned in.
I manifested this.
How'd you do it?
I manifested this. But what did I just say I wanted?
You wanted
Super Bowl by the numbers. I scrolled down this exact page, and I have it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. How many cameras do you think they have total covering the Super Bowl?
Wait. Hold on to that because we have to take a quick break. I'll start to try to get some guesses together. Everybody else, see what you think as we do the run-up to the Super Bowl. And we'll hear from you and your dispatches. They're right in front of me and ready to go. All that is coming up. But you can send your dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com to record your first dispatch right now. And all that and more is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for this afternoon. Alafaya Trail eastbound before Maitland Boulevard. The right lane is blocked. Authorities are clearing up an accident off to the side on Florida's Turnpike southbound between the Greenway and Osceola Parkway. Checking in on I-4 this afternoon, you can still expect your regular delays eastbound before the Bend. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Mortgage brokers are better. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, we all know the process of shopping for a mortgage can be confusing and complicated, and perhaps so frustrating you don't even want to start, but it's none of those things when you work with that mortgage guy, Don, and you can see that immediately when you go to the website. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com is chock full of information for you, but it's very easy to navigate through. And my favorite part, you have direct access to the expert himself. Any question that you have, Don is there to answer it via live chat, email, Zoom call, or perhaps you can get your question answered live this weekend on the Home Loans Radio Show. But most importantly, you get the process started with an expert and a friend that you can trust by going to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Every parent wants their child to find happiness in whatever path they choose. Florida Prepaid has a plan to help you support them by affordably and confidently saving for college. Our 529 prepaid plans start at just $34 a month, and you have peace of mind knowing that when you lock in 2024 prepaid plan prices, your payment will never go up. It's inflation-proof and further proof that it's the best way to ensure the brightest future. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm glad I did. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
Very local, powered by Wesh 2. Local news. Breaking news this morning. Original series and specials.
I can't wait to go check it out. Come with me.
24/7 TV made just for you.
How awesome is this?
Download the free Very Local app now.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life.
For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
My name is Chris Moody, host of the new podcast, Finding Matt Drudge. I'll be taking you on a journey to find the mysterious media mogul Matt Drudge, founder of The Drudge Report. Along the way, I'll talk to people who have worked with him, dined with him, and fought with him, taking listeners into private conversations, all in an attempt to get a better understanding of who Drudge is and what motivates him. Hopefully, he'll even sit down with us. Listen to Finding Matt Drudge on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, PAY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is
now talk with somebody who is like the producer of the Super Bowl about just how involved all of this is. This is a huge production. Like a third of people or more in the United States will be watching this. You can only imagine the amount of humans it takes, much less like equipment and cables and cameras and all of that stuff.
I just and I want to know the measurements, or how much in weight. How many people does it involve just to do one element of it? Just think about like the halftime show and how many people are involved in just
Jeez. And they're doing it right now, right? You would think they're probably right now practicing and doing run-throughs.
Ooh, I wonder, because I wonder if it said in that leaked NFL like contract or whatever with the Super Bowl. I wonder what day they like take over the stadium. They're like, all right, this is ours.
Well, we have I have a friend who used to, I believe, intern or worked here at the station many years ago, and I saw him post a selfie, like, just got to Vegas.
That really?
Was days ago.
Yeah.
And because he's part of the production team, I think, just for the halftime show, and they are over a week out at that point. No, 2 weeks out. What am I talking about?
And they have so much stuff that they have to do in that run-up to the Super Bowl, and you can't screw it up. There's no room for error there. But Sealand found something that gives us a little bit of insight into what kind of production we're dealing with here.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's from CBS Sports, CBS Sports Gang on Twitter /X or whatever you want to call it. Okay. And it says Super Bowl by the numbers. How many total cameras do you think they have for the whole ordeal?
Oh, man.
Cams. I'm going to go 500.
Oh, God, that seems high.
Okay.
500. I don't even know if you could, if that would be possible to stay on top of all of those. I think it's high, but not that high. I'm going to say 100 cameras.
165.
Oh.
Wow. See, that's a lot. Like, imagine having a monitor with 165 boxes on there, and those are all the feeds that you have.
I have a feeling that the person who is the technical director doesn't see all 165 of them. I think that a lot of them are going to be just for replay.
Right.
So, I mean, you're taking a lot of that out of, because that's a lot to wield. 500 would be incredible, Sabrina. I mean,
I overshot. I'm sorry.
So
every fan gets a camera right in their face.
165 total cameras. 24 of them have 4K zoom extraction capability.
Wow.
Which allows a simulated zoom, crop and camera motion with slow motion instant replay. 6 of these Doink cameras, 3 in each of the uprights.
Yeah, if you missed that, these are the ones that are actually in the goalpost, and they hope to catch a kicker bouncing one off of the goalpost, and they put the whole new contraption in there with cameras, the Doink cam.
I'm like blown away they haven't done this, didn't do this sooner.
Yeah, this is the first time, I believe.
They got them in everything else. They have 20 cameras that are embedded inside end zone pylons. Those little things that they knock over sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
I know there were cameras inside those. 24 robotic cameras, 23 augmented reality cameras.
Wow.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe this is for something else.
For like pasting advertising stuff where.
Well, I think we got to consider this, okay? I think that they have the cameras that they use for the Super Bowl. And then I think they have a whole bunch of extra cameras that are recording things that they're maybe going to do later or even just for like archival purposes. And it will never, some of these cameras will never even be featured on the broadcast.
Maybe.
It's for other stuff, I would think.
5 Skycams / Flycams, 3 drones, which is interesting because you can't really fly drones at the Super Bowl, but they might. The NFL probably gets like a waiver for that.
Sure. 5
depth of field cameras. 6 sets, I guess, for different commentators and stuff.
For like the halftime show where they sit down and run over the numbers and stuff.
Yeah. The Las Vegas Strip and the stadium. So they have some of the people will just be at the Strip. 49 replay machines and 600 plus record / playback channels. 19 television mobile units.
My God, that's a whole damn thing. That's a lot right there.
I want to know what this augmented reality camera means.
I'm not sure. I've never even heard of that before now.
Obviously, when you're watching a football game, maybe this is not so obvious. When they like paint on the line of scrimmage and like wherever they have to pass, like if it's 1st and 10.
Oh, okay.
Is that the augmented reality camera doing that? I would have thought that was just some sort of graphics generator.
That could be. I see what you're saying. So the things that they show us on TV that aren't actually on the field, like those first down marker lines, might be a camera somewhere.
Why does that need to be a camera and not just a device? What about the camera makes it augmented reality?
This is why we need to talk to the person in charge of all this stuff, because they know some things.
They probably have some time to talk to us.
They might be a little bit busy, but they got some things that they could tell us. Okay, we want to hear from you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. We'd love you to join us here on the show. Former President Trump is now revealing what his plans are on the run-up to the election. We are on our way to November, not just the Super Bowl, but for the election here, which is going to be a huge deal. And by all accounts, it's going to be former President Trump versus Biden. If you ask ChatGPT, the chances that one of those people will die before the end of the term is about 50% or so. So, all right, rolling the dice. And now Trump is saying that he plans to lean into these court cases against him and sort of make that part of his campaign. He thinks that if people see that they're going after him in these courtrooms, they may side with him. It says Trump thinks he could still win the White House partly by making daily theatrical appearances whenever courts are hearing his 4 cases. He's got 4 cases going on, totaling 91 felony charges. And if you don't know, you could, even if you were behind bars. Now, there's no indication right now that any of these cases will wrap up before the election. You can really delay them. Attorneys know how to do this stuff, and they may not happen until after the election if they happen at all. But even if they did, and Trump was either in prison because he had been found guilty or whatever, he could still run for president from behind bars. He could still be the president from behind bars, which is insane to think about, but that's how it goes. And they said it's highly likely that at least one of the trials will start before the Republican convention. But with all their maneuvering, including claiming that the former president is immune from prosecution, a delay is looking more likely by the day. One case was to begin March 4th, but that one is no longer on the schedule for that court. So lots of question marks up in the air about what exactly is going to be happening as the election year rolls on. We want to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Before we figure out what's going on in the next episode, there is a woman who is really making the most of something she bought into. I guess at Regal movie theaters. You guys, I'm sure, have been to a Regal movie theater at some point.
Yeah.
I guess they have a bunch of deals. They have an app. I know I've used their app before for something, or Courtney has it. But they have a deal where they do unlimited popcorn.
Was Regal the one that that joined Uber Eats and was Uber Eating their popcorn and hot dogs?
Was it?
Yeah, I've seen that happening. And when we went, one of the last couple of times we went to the movie theater, there was a DoorDasher coming into the theater to get stuff, get like candy and snacks and stuff for somebody who had ordered that. And I thought, that's a weird thing to get sent to your house. But this woman is taking advantage of the fact that don't even care if you bring in your own popcorn bag. So she filmed herself and obviously posted it on social media for all the space bucks.
Facebook,
want to get that
Instagram,
stuff, right?
Twitter, y'all see this?
And this woman pulls up to the Regal with her unlimited popcorn pass, and she had in her hands a bag from Whole Foods, one of the big giant paper bags, and they filled a whole like shopping bag to the top. I mean, this thing is like
I
enough
would
popcorn
be
for an army.
so annoyed with this bitch.
Also, like, you can't reheat that stuff, right? Like, eventually it becomes stale.
Gross. Yeah, it's just like trash in the bottom that you're wasting. And then the next person maybe doesn't have enough for them to get a popcorn, but a Whole Foods big old paper bag that she had, she brought along and got that chock full of popcorn to take advantage of that unlimited pass she has. Okay, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Oh, I'll tell you. What's coming up on the next episode? Universal Music Group just made millions of TikTok dance videos really, really awkward. Darius Rucker is in trouble after getting caught with some blowfish in his hoodie. Plus, I'm tripling down on my ick for Justin Timberjerk, and I've got his latest douche move to get you on board. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. And at 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Well, we've got a beautiful midday weather forecast update from Fox 35. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner, and this afternoon will be spectacular with bright sunshine. Our high temperature 72 degrees. It is Groundhog Day. The groundhog did not see a shadow, so expect an early start to spring. But that's every day here in Florida during the wintertime, isn't it? Tomorrow, the high 74, a beautiful Saturday, but don't let your guard down. We've got a rainy system moving in for Sunday with periodic downpours and thunderstorms all day.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Australian Pink Floyd Show. First Class Traveling Set World Tour 2024. August 28th, Walt Disney Theater at Dr. Phillips Center. Tickets on sale now at drphillipscenter.org. The Australian Pink Floyd Show.
Enjoying the News Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonuses. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn.
undefeated.
On game day, you want to focus on 3 things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends.
So good.
And football? Well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Orlando's top comedy club and restaurant is becoming the Funny Bone. Formerly the Improv Comedy Club, the Funny Bone guarantees the same awesome live comedy with a new name at Point Orlando. This week, it's Jeff R. Curry, February 2nd and 3rd.
Do you like it? I feel like that's not a cool guy thing to say. It was like, here's my tattoo. Is it okay? Or
Followed by Craig Robinson, February 9th and 10th. Check out the star-studded calendar and showtimes at orlando.funnybone.com. Get funny at the Funny Bone.
It's the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials this Saturday at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Enjoy food trucks, live music and vendors, and see the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials this Saturday, 8 a.m. Join us decked out in red, white, and blue for a day of inspiration and unforgettable memories. Visit Orlando2024trials.com. Presented by Visit Orlando.
Get ready for the big game with a free iHeartRadio app, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network, featuring the biggest names in the game like Ross Tucker and his daily NFL podcast, NFL Now, and many more. Search NFL and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Back in the world of entertainment and beyond. Don't forget, save the date in your calendars. March 16th is our big show, Just Okay 8. We had some big calls about that this week, working on getting all the ducks in a row and VIP tickets. All I'm telling you is they're going on sale very soon, as in next week. And you better get them while you can, because there's a very limited amount, and it's the only way to get the Fickle hat, which is fantastic, and the Stanley Killer, the water bottle that will be in the swag bag, among other things, for people who are VIP for Just Okay. It's going to be a blast. So make sure you're staying with us and you leave March 16th wide open so we can party together. All right, here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Oh, yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Oh, yeah, that's what you're going to be saying when he helps you refinance your home. Perhaps buy your first dream home. Maybe consolidate that debt. Most importantly, you get the process started by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com and work with an expert, a friend that you can trust.
Don't miss the vote. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 5 years ago, and apparently the most interesting thing that happened in history on this day. 2019, this guy right here.
Oh, I know that.
And you might put it on a stick. Hot
dog. His name's Hot Dog.
Hot dog is not it.
It's not hot dog. I know it's not.
After a hot dog.
Corn dog.
Corn dog is not
ice cream.
You know who opens for this person? Perhaps that band called Graham Cracker. And then
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow is right.
Yeah.
And then chocolate was going to be thrown in there. But it was 5 years ago on this day. Marshmallow performed a 10-minute virtual...
You should have given us some more clues.
Got him. He performed a virtual concert inside of Extra Points.
The metaverse?
Fortnite, baby.
Wow, what is that?
It's a little kid who made a Fortnite anthem, and that was the fifth time anyone's ever heard that song.
All right, cool.
It had more than 10 million attending, and it was their largest in-game event. I was not on Fortnite at that point. I think I saw the Ariana Grande one.
Yeah, they don't do too many of them, right? It's like only every once in a while.
They had Eminem not too long ago. That was very interesting. Didn't look like him, but there you go. Happy anniversary, Marshmallow Fortnite.
My TV has Fortnite, and I've tried it like once, and I'm like,
You have a controller for your TV then?
You just use a controller, like a wireless Xbox controller, anything that pairs with it.
Weird.
It's weird.
You know, it'd be fun if they had a video game where you can kick Elmo's ass.
Yeah, I'd play that. I don't know why.
Well, how about we just take it to the real world, and we apparently have a hero on our hands, and that is a man by the name of Larry effing David. Did you guys
That's the
see
perfect
this
guy
video?
to do it. No, I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't get to send you the link.
All
I
right,
grabbed the
I'll
audio,
find
but if you could find it, they were on, I believe, Good Morning America. This was after, of course, Elmo went viral after tweeting, Xing out, how is everyone doing? And then he was unloaded on, and it was all doom, and it was all sad. And it turns out the majority of people that were responding to it are just not okay, and Elmo did not know what to do with himself. So, Today Show, that's what it was on.
I have it here. You want to watch this?
Please. So Larry
Okay.
David also joined for some reason.
All right, Larry David's on the Today Show. Elmo's there, and they get into some sort of fight, I guess. Okay, let's see what we got.
Wait. Oh my gosh, we love Elmo, don't you?
Those of you listening,
Ask permission.
He came out of nowhere, too.
Larry David just assaulted Elmo out of absolutely nowhere.
He grabbed his head.
His response, someone had to do it. So there you have it. He did apologize, though, and Elmo accepted. And I guess we live to see another day until the big game, baby.
Yeah.
And now the ads are rolling out. I got a little nervous earlier in the show. You were like, we got something happening, but it turns out it was the giant Dorito, and this one is not in the form of a giant snack that we all love, but instead it features Creed, Sean's new favorite, as long as there's an EDM remix.
Oh, I like it.
Patrick Stewart of the Star Trek fame and many other things, nice guy, and SpongeBob, all brought together by Paramount Plus. It's Creed, Patrick Stewart, Drew Barrymore, alongside the cartoon characters of Arnold from Hey Arnold, Peppa Pig, and the clip is titled Sir Patrick Stewart Does a Hail Arnold, in which at some point he grabs Arnold. You know Hey Arnold, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was
the
a
guy
little
was...
past your time, but that was...
No, but his head does look like a football, right? His head's like this?
Yep.
Like, yeah.
And he just threw him. And it's blowing everyone's minds. Now, there's a lot more celebs that are involved. I'm assuming these are all people you could see in Paramount Plus, and it's all on Paramount Mountain. And I think it's very creative. The only thing I don't understand is why you release something ahead of time and do pay half the money, but still call it a Super Bowl commercial. While the celebs debate whether they should throw the child, that's Arnold, we hear the opening guitar strums of Creed's Higher, and then we see Barrymore look over to see Creed, Scott Stapp, and Mark Tremonti perform the rock anthem. And Creed's here, someone exclaims. And at that point, Patrick Stewart hurls Hey Arnold across the mountain. So
nice.
We have a lot to look forward to on February 11th, my friends. And we have another thing. It's not a Super Bowl, but it's a super battle of some sort.
All right.
And F. Justin Timberlake. That's
all right.
about it.
You're really lining up against him lately.
I am not a fan, and he seems to be, I don't know what his deal is. He lied. First of all, he's like, NSYNC is coming out with more music. And then it turns out he had the guys from NSYNC record some backing tracks for Trolls 15, and it's not new music at all. He did the whole thing with Janet's boob and shaming Britney. He apologized at some point, and it turns out he may have taken back that apology, and Britney fans are not happy.
Oh, boy.
Let's hear what JT said.
I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize. To ask a little nobody.
Those of you that didn't hear it over all the goddamn drums, it was him saying, I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize, and you'd think he's going to say sorry to all the people that he's hurt.
Psych!
To absolutely effing nobody. Cool guy move. Well, now Britney has made her comment, and it goes a little something like this. Go cry to your mom, Justin. And
That's what she said?
Yeah, she has taken back her forgiveness, and that was after he apparently seemed to shade Spears at this concert in New York, belting out, I'd like to take the opportunity to not apologize. This was right before he performed Cry Me a River, which is rumored to be all about Britney Spears.
We know somebody who was at that show, too.
Oh, yeah? Who was there?
At Irving Plaza. Just a bar owner downtown.
Now, Britney unapologized. She said, someone told me someone was talking crap about me on the streets. Do you want, and by the way, I don't know what kind of video this was attached to. I mean, I assume that she was completely naked and it was in the caption, but do you want to bring it to the court, or will you go home crying to your mom like you did last time? I'm not sorry, bitch.
Ooh.
I added the bitch part. It was just 2 years ago Justin issued an apology, just 2 years ago, that Justin issued an apology for exposing Janet Jackson's breast and all the stuff that he did to Britney Spears that put her in a particular spot back in the early 2000s heydays. So there you have it. He is dad moving his way backwards, and that should explode right in his face, right? Guys?
I don't know.
Hello?
Look, I don't know enough about it. I don't know what's going on between these two.
I mean, he's kind of being a dick, if you ask me.
Britney Spears is crazy.
Sure.
I don't know if he is like actually an asshole. The thing I think about when I think about Justin Timberlake, I'm like, imagine a relationship that you were in at that age is in like the news way afterwards. Like if I was like early or late teens, early 20s, a relationship I was in was being dissected by the media when I was like in my 30s.
Walked out. No, but even
I go, oh,
at the
God.
time, think about it.
I wouldn't want that to happen to me.
Also, it was years ago that someone did like a very deep dive into where those matching jean outfits are, and apparently it's somewhere in Central Florida. So this is my call out right now.
You want them?
If anyone knows, I just want to see them. I want to know if they're still around. But the rumor is that they're in Central Florida somewhere, and that is the matching jean-on-jean outfits that Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears wore at, I think, the VMAs. Sabrina at realradio.fm. Oh,
right.
Look at that. It's already blowing up. There's a new app. It's called Intro, and it's very interesting. I'm just not sure if it's going to catch on. You tell me. It's much like Cameo, right? Where you, everyone familiar with Cameo, you hire a celebrity that could be from, I think, B all the way to Z. Pay them a bunch of money to send a personalized video to your friends.
Well,
right?
like Kevin from The Office will make a video for your friend and say happy birthday, and you'll pay him like $100 or whatever.
William Hung or a housewife. Well, now they have Intro, where instead of sending a personalized video, you can actually talk to your favorite musician, like a one-on-one live video chat.
Oof. Yeah. That's going to be awkward.
It's going to be super forced.
You can get between 5 and 15 minutes. The artist sets the duration of the call, but you're free to talk about whatever you'd like with them. Now, it's a lot of rock and metal musicians listed on the site right now. If you guys want to take a look and see if there's anybody that piques your interest, considering birthdays are coming up. Intro, yep. You could talk to perhaps members of Testament, Five Finger Death Punch, Guns N' Roses. I imagine it's not the two main guys. Exodus, Killswitch Engage, Marty Friedman himself. I love that part. They go Marty Friedman himself. Everyone else we've named, it's probably like the second guitarist or maybe the drum tech.
Yeah, I'm going in here now. They call them experts on the website. And they have like the founder of Reddit you can have a conversation with.
Founder of, who cares about that? Never mind. You would care about that. You guys would be up for that.
I think maybe if somebody had some tech ideas, they would want to workshop them with him, and so they pay for a little call, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you'd be paying between $80 and $150, which is not too bad. I mean, some cameos are very expensive.
Nate Berkus, I recognize him. He's on like some shows.
Sweet, Berk Dog.
I'm trying to see like the biggest celebrities are. There's a lot of these people I don't know.
Oh, we have plenty of time because guess what you're getting for your birthdays?
Oh, what are these?
Also, a portion of the proceeds from every intro will go to Music Cares, a recording academy organization that provides a wide range of resources to members of the music community. I love that bland ChatGPT statement. Your money goes to somebody's pocket somewhere. And finally, this guy probably needs some money in his pocket. Oh, God damn it.
What a letdown that was.
What a tease.
Oh, did we lose him for good?
Oh, where is Sean? Where'd he go?
I'm here. The guy who's the founder of that app, he put himself on the website and made himself the most expensive.
Ew,
which
no
is
one's going to talk
ridiculous.
To you. Oh, I will tell you about Darius another time because I want you to have a wonderful weekend, my friends. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Give it a follow. I got some fun stuff coming up in February. And most importantly, play with me, my girl.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. And let's talk about the Darius Rucker thing real quick.
Okay, good, because I had a song.
I saw a bunch of stories about this, and none of the stories said, I read four different stories. None of them said what the drug was.
It had to be, right?
It says he was charged with simple possession, casual exchange, and violation of registration law. That's what it says. And he was released on $10,500.
Exchange.
What the hell is that?
So,
I've never heard of that. A joint.
Okay, but controlled substance is weed still going to be under that category of controlled substance? Controlled substance, or is it like medication? Did he get a baggie of Adderall?
Well, it would federally be a controlled substance still, which is something that some people have been fighting for.
What's simple possession?
I don't know. There's something weird about it. It can't be weed. It would be really lame if it was weed, honestly.
And then casual exchange versus like a really aggressive or maybe a more professional exchange.
Yeah, I don't know. Something tells me that this wasn't weed, and they did not mention what it was in any of the stories that I read.
Give us the
it was
juice,
crazy.
Man.
I know.
You're a Murray. I thought you dropped out again.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm hanging with you.
I'm hopefully, I will get the information by next week so I can tell you what the controlled substance was, how casual the exchange was, and then have a proper parody song to match with it.
All right. I'd like to hang out with him. I'd have a call with Darius Rucker. That would be one that I would do on that intro app. That would work for me.
I won't be able to get you to hang out with Darius Rucker.
Well, you promised.
You might need the money.
No, I said I'm going to do a parody song. I could pretend I'm Darius Rucker.
And I got my hopes up now that I was going to meet Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish.
Maybe we can do a casual exchange of hands and laughs.
Just ask him what he was high on or what he was doing. That would be the best way to get to the bottom of this.
Maybe, I don't know.
All right, when we come back this week in Florida with Christopher Dolores Lane.
Me.
It's happening in just a moment. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com. There's a couple accidents to watch out for this afternoon. Alafaya Trail eastbound before Maitland Boulevard. The right lane is blocked. Heavy delays on Florida's Turnpike due to an accident northbound between exit 244 and the Greenway. You could expect your regular delays eastbound on I-4, congestion through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Join Jeff Martin Auctioneers for the annual Winter Kissimmee, Florida Construction and Transportation Live Auction, February 12th through February 15th, featuring heavy equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way, live, on-site, or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU 4483.
Looking to hire the right employee? Find them at the Florida Jobs Now job fair, fljobsnow.com for more info.
Are you ready to run for the Cherubs? Okay, walkers are also welcome for the 3rd annual Run for the Cherubs 5K and Walk, Saturday, February 3rd at Lakefront Park in St. Cloud. Their mission is to share their stories with others near and far who have experienced the loss of a child at any age, letting families know they don't have to face this alone, with the goal of coming together as a community to raise funds for the Winnie Palmer Hospital for Women and Babies and to let those at any stage of their journey know they are not alone. Head to realradio.fm/events for more details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
What'd your mom pack you for lunch? Let's see. A turkey sandwich, chips, and... Oh, fresh from Florida strawberries. I'll trade you for some string cheese. Sure. Here's my sandwich and my chips. No, I want the Florida strawberries. Seriously? No way. Can I throw in my juice box? You can throw in your lunchbox. You're not getting my Florida strawberries.
Pack the snacks your kids want to eat. Look for the sunny, fresh from Florida logo where you shop.
How about my new sneakers? Nope. These earbuds? Nope. My backpack? Nope.
Hey, homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort. But it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first today.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
Sealand will take us around the horn and make Florida look bad. Generally, it's not a good performance for the Sunshine State, but it is definitely a way we could keep up with what's happening there. So we'll do that in just a moment. Don't forget, you can join us on the show. As always, go to thenewsjunkie.com and record your dispatch there. I've got a bunch of those all set up. We'll play those in just a little bit. And also, if you miss any of the show today or ever, you can always get the podcast for free right over there on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. C-Lane, you ready to do this?
I'm ready. Let's do it, Sean.
All right, here we go. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's right. The weekend is here. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State and see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. And we start down in Mar-a-Lago in beautiful Palm Beach, where they said that Special Counsel Jack Smith's team, you remember when all the rage was the stolen documents, stolen documents, everybody, and then Biden had some, and then Mike Pence had some, everybody's got them, but the Trump stolen documents were the ones that people seem to care about the most, and the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago and found a bunch of these things, but what they missed was a hidden room. They say Special Counsel Jack Smith's team probed an astonishing, that's in quotes, lapse where FBI agents missed a hidden room in their search of the social club where former President Donald Trump stands accused of storing top-secret official documents.
I mean, define hidden room like it's a bookshelf, but you move one book and the whole thing moves over?
Okay, that's, I mean, that would be
Is that
pretty
kind
awesome.
of like what I'm in? Hey, it's Nook Boy.
You're in a Nook boy, all right?
All right.
Sources told ABC News investigators now wish they'd checked a locked closet and the hidden room, which was connected to Trump's bedroom, I believe. Multiple witnesses were questioned about a secret space off the former president's bedroom, hidden behind a large dresser and a big television set. So, I mean, not as cool as what Sabrina was saying, but still there.
Did they just not know that this existed when they were searching, or they knew it and they didn't look for some stupid reason?
I think they just didn't know, which they're very embarrassed about. Like the quotes they're using here, they're like, "This is a bit astonishing," according to former Justice Department security official Jordan Strauss, calling the alleged lapse. You're searching a former president's house. You get it right the first time. Well, this is kind of the first time they've ever searched a former president's house. So
they searced Biden's garage, and they looked in there, and they found some documents, too.
No hidden rooms there.
No hidden rooms, I don't think, no.
I mean, I think, like, the movies would lead you to believe that, like, the FBI probably walks in there and they already have a blueprint of Mar-a-Lago, but maybe that's just not the case. But now there's no telling what could have been or not could have been in that hidden room. Maybe nothing.
My cousin's there.
Maybe like that.
Cousin.
Maybe like that. What was it? The Al Capone safe that Geraldo did?
Yeah, it was just like a dusty old Pepsi can or something. It was not a home run.
Wow.
Now, earlier, we heard Sean just really dragging across the fire these people in Punxsutawney for attending the Groundhog Festival.
Mm-hmm.
You were really letting them have it.
They're such losers. Look at those losers. Loser.
I'm not talking about like everybody who might go to see it or something, but more so the guys who put on the stupid top hats and they read the scroll and they're
Make
like
a fun rhyme.
They're so into it. I don't get it, and I think that they're a bunch of nerds.
When I think of probably a bunch of nerds, I would imagine this group of high school students that came to South Florida from Missouri. And they came to South Florida, and there's nothing in this story that says they were here for any other reason. Like, if they tacked on a Disney trip, I might get it. But they came to South Florida because they were volunteering with the Conch Republic Marine Army, which, as we know, is down in
Key West.
Key West. And that's a growing nonprofit in the Florida Keys that recruits volunteers to help keep the waterways clean. And so these high schoolers, the coolest kids in class, they all came down to South Florida from Missouri to pull out nearly 350 pounds of trash from mangroves in Big Pine Key.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, that's great.
I mean, I'm sure they get some sort of like credit, right? You put that on your resume, or maybe they'll just like fool around.
Missouri squeaky clean?
Garbage pulling party.
Why didn't we do this? Why do we need kids from Missouri
to
come
I thought
down?
you meant when we were children.
No, I mean, why not? Why not? Why is it not kids from Florida? But they said on a recent trip with high school students from Missouri, in the middle of pulling out the nearly 350 pounds of trash, one of the students came over to the organizer with a plastic-wrapped block and said, "Hey, what's this?"
Oh.
It was a kilo of cocaine.
All right.
Damn.
The students and the organizer put the suspected drugs in a bucket and called the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. The drugs were later taken by U.S. Border Patrol agents who said the brick of coke would be worth approximately $35,000 on the streets. Or if
They were nerds, because this would never have been a news story if we were part of that group.
all of a sudden, cocaine is soaring in Missouri. And they're like, all right, good stuff. I have some questions about this next story, and it's getting some traction. Sabrina almost did it for next episode.
Sure did.
And it revolves around this video on TikTok. This guy named Matthew Abels. And Sean, I sent you the video.
All right.
He found what he calls an old family keepsake, which was like a booklet of tickets to the Magic Kingdom. And he said they have no expiration date on them.
Oh, yeah, I saw this guy in the news.
So he said the pass, which was worth $8 in the 1970s.
Wow. To think. People paid $8 to go to Disney World?
Now it's what? Well over 100.
Well, today a one-day ticket to Magic Kingdom ranges from $109 to $164 depending on the day you visit, which is more than 20 times its original value of $8. Now, if we had just gone by inflation, this says 1970s, so I did 1975. $8 would be worth $45.31 today. So,
oh damn!
So even it's doubled in what the price would be in old times. But play this guy's video. Something about it just it
doesn't make
gives
sense.
me the ick. No, I'm not saying he's lying, but
all right.
I don't have your laptop.
Then I'll fix that. I'll fix that. Just give me a moment here.
Describe it.
I got it.
Okay.
Here he is. I'm going to play this. It says it's a 46-year-old ticket.
Ticket originally worth $8.
Okay,
it's been
hair.
collecting dust since before I was born, and I always assumed that it was just an old family keepsake.
Just
till I
get to the
realized
point.
it's used, and there's no expiration date, which means I've either found the golden ticket here, or I'm delusional, thinking that the mouse is going to let me use
I
it
have
to get
never
inside
been
nearly
so
half a century later.
not horny
so
in my life.
naturally, I went to Orlando to
So
find
naturally,
out.
I flew to Orlando.
Of course.
As anyone would. And he's got the $8 ticket. He try to get in with it? Oh, I guess obviously he does, right?
He tries to get in with it, and they stamp it void a bunch of times, and then apparently there's a cut in the video, but apparently they hand him a pass to Disney.
Oh, wow.
And
So
then
it
took
works.
the ticket?
Yeah.
Huh.
That sucks
He
for his
said it
parents
works.
who kept it.
I mean, I don't know if they wanted to keep that thing for a while. He says, I was getting nervous there because she started aggressively stamping void all over the ticket booklet. A short time later, a cast member gave him a yellow pass that granted Abel's access into the park for the day. But just something about the video, and then, that you see them slide a pass, but he could have bought it.
He very well could have. But then it would have been a cool video for TikTok, man.
I don't know. I don't like
With
the
my
guy.
magnifying glass.
Sealand really hates this dude.
Me too.
There's a guy.
Next.
There's a guy in Fort Myers who wants to
Oh
get
my
some.
God. Everybody, the chat folks hate him too. They really don't like
Oh,
this
but now you're
guy.
going to be the hero after calling all the Groundhog people losers?
Carter says, I want to kick this gentleman down the stairs.
My God.
That's very nice of you, Carter. There's a guy who wants to get us some mailbox money, I think. I don't know if this is going to pan out. But a Fort Myers man has filed a federal lawsuit against the parent company of Combo's Snacks.
Oh, yeah.
Arguing they are deceptively marketed because they don't contain enough real cheese. In the filing,
That's
Edward...
the combo part. It's a
Yeah.
combination of fake cheese and real cheese.
Edward Pistorio pointed
What
to
was
the... Pistorio is his last name.
Watch your mouth.
Pointed to the fact that the cheddar cheese flavored version of the snack is marketed with a picture of a large block of cheese and labels, quote, filling made with real cheese, unquote, and natural flavors. However, he cited the ingredients list, which said the snacks are less than 2% cheese blend.
They're going to have like a Z in the word cheese on the packaging
What's
before
the
too long.
percentage of cheese you need to have to make Edward Pistorio happy?
Am I crazy? Wasn't there in This Week in Florida last week yet another one of these stories where somebody was like suing a snack company?
Who was it?
And it was like, hey, you promised this and like you didn't deliver on it.
I don't remember. There's
I
so
forgot
many.
what it was. Yeah, it's really crazy.
According to the label in the court documents, the main ingredients of the snack are wheat flour, palm oil, dairy product solids, carbohydrates, and cornstarch. They just have carbohydrates listed as an ingredient? You don't just sprinkle carbohydrates in things. More than half the public consider cheese healthy and nutritious because it's high in protein and nutrients. However, that's not the case for this particular snack from Combos.
Come on, buddy. Did you think you were getting like your perfect daily allotment of delicious cheese from a Combos package?
I don't know, man.
Come on.
So part of the fun on going to a cruise, especially if you don't have the drink package, there's always, every time somebody goes on a cruise, they always have the talk. Mm-hmm. You know what talk it is, right?
Which one?
Don't throw yourself overboard.
No,
please.
no.
Yeah.
It's how are we going to get
the
drink.
booze and
alcohol on board? And there's so many different ways.
I can tell you one way not to do it based on experience.
What's
Did
that?
you get caught?
I didn't get caught. It was just unnecessary, and it was a plastic flask. Many, many years ago during the family trip, that one cruise I did for 7 days.
Like a flexi flask.
But I had placed it in my pants.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a 2-hour security wait. And I was just like, My little sisters just put it in their luggage and got it in just fine, but I had like warm genital whiskey. I wish I didn't word it that way.
So you don't necessarily need to go that extra mile.
I don't
You
think
could
so.
do it easier ways. Okay.
But this couple who's now facing several charges, they weren't going for alcohol. Instead, they're charged with trying to take 150 pounds of marijuana on a cruise ship over to the UK. That's from Miami to the United Kingdom. They were arrested earlier this month after over 100 bags of marijuana were discovered in their luggage. It's
so much weed
to smuggle on like a passenger ship.
Yeah.
In an affidavit. Go ahead. Michael Quisenberry and Savannah Manami.
What?
Is this a real story?
Quisenberry? Banana Vanani?
It's on Click Orlando. Her name is Manami. It looks like Miami with somebody typoed it. They boarded the Norwegian Joy on January 11th, bound for Southampton, England, which I believe was the last place to see the Titanic. Investigators found the two in a passenger room. They claimed they had just met at a bar on the ship and didn't know each other. They discovered 56 vacuum-sealed bags containing a green leafy substance. In total, over 150 pounds of marijuana were seized. My gosh.
Wow.
Why did you even think you could pull that off?
Jeez. What did they actually get charged with? Like international charges?
It's got to be some sort of international smuggling. Quisenberry and Manamana were taken into custody and charged with conspiracy to extort or export a controlled substance, attempted exportation of a controlled substance, conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute a controlled substance, and possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance. My gosh, those
Do
are
you think they got away with it one time, or they were just like, F it, let's try it, and then brought that amount? That seems insane.
I was under the impression that they x-ray all the luggage that you would bring aboard a cruise ship like that. Like I thought they were taking a look at it.
And like this x-ray, imagine, there's not any clothes or anything in their luggage. It's really there. When you have 150 pounds, there's room for nothing but marijuana. So you would think that like it would look different than a normal person's luggage or a normal person who was just, I don't know, trying to sneak in some booze because they didn't buy the good package.
Also, I feel like you could smell it. If I had that much marijuana, unless they have like special ways that they're packaging it, it's a pungent thing. And so I feel like you just smell that thing rolling onto the ship, for God's sake.
I don't know how you couldn't, but maybe they had people with no smell that day. Maybe they're like, hey,
that happens every once in a while.
I know exactly which X-ray machine the no smell guy's operating.
Everybody knows Dave can't smell anything. So,
but he does need to work once a week in order to get his benefits. Come on,
it happens. And last but not least, in This Week in Florida, romantic rival sentenced after defecating on the vehicle of an executive in the Villages. Jeremy Powell, the mad pooper, 30 years old. He lives in the village of Sable Chase. He pled no contest this week in Sumter County Court to charge of criminal mischief. He's been placed on probation for 1 year in order to perform 40 hours of community service just for pooping on the car of an ex-lover. And that's it for This Week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane Community Service.
That's right, the boo-boo on the car.
We got our friend Bo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. He's going to be joining us momentarily. He's not here yet.
Damn it.
Right now it's just an empty seat.
Forrest is here.
Folks, that is where Moses will be sitting. Okay,
yeah, right.
Very soon, you'll see him over there. Forrest is in here hanging out with me.
Forrest,
you know what the first thing Forrest said?
My desk.
You know what the first thing he said when he walked into the studio?
What?
This guy. He said, "I haven't listened to the show since November."
Wow, dude.
I'm like, oh man, what is that move?
What a dick.
What is that movie? You've been listening to Joe Rogan over there. This guy it's warped his mind.
That says a lot.
I don't know what to do with him anymore, but we got him.
Well, I'm
going to
go poop on his car.
It's a new one. He's got a brand new one out there. Everybody getting new cars these days, except for me. I got to do that soon. Real quick, let's get to some dispatches. We'll roll these in and see what you got going on. Here is Jiggly Bits talking to us.
And about the kids coming from Missouri to clean up the mangroves in Big Pine, it's winter up there for them, and why not come down to the Keys and swim around the water and
true,
pick up a bunch of junk? And The Florida kids aren't going to do it. They're probably the ones leaving the trash there.
Yeah, but they better be spending more time having fun than cleaning up garbage. Because if the highlight of your trip was finding a big old brick of cocaine, that means that you spent the rest of the time just picking up crap.
Yeah, but you know what? He's right. If you're in a city where it's just miserably cold and you're right in the middle of winter, some people would go, I'll go pick up trash in the sun. I'll go pick up trash in 70-degree weather. I'd be fine with it, as opposed to this. Get me the hell out of here. This is the point during the winter where people want to escape. But that's kind of a cool thing that they did. One more. Here is TD. This says heart check. Okay.
Hey, guys. Happy Friday.
Hey.
I'm a little more positive today.
Good.
Just tuning in, so I was just checking in on Sean's heart today. My health anxiety was kicking in yesterday listening to you talk, so I was just checking in on you. You guys have a great weekend. Bye.
Well, thank you for that. Number one, I think I'm good to go. My blood pressure, because of stopping smoking and getting more exercise and losing some weight, has been normal. Like, I've gotten 125 over 80, all that stuff. But yesterday it was not.
No, it's way faster.
Yesterday, it was a catastrophe that I was facing, but I'm all right now. I just have to stay away from the Celsius cans. I am a sensitive boy when it comes to caffeine, I guess.
I'm a sensitive boy.
I like, you guys are built for this. Sabrina used to get Starbucks coffee every single day. So
okay, whatever, man.
This probably wouldn't have any impact on you.
I feel like a Celsius still would. I drink coffee, but I am like a 1-cup gal, maybe 2 if I'm feeling crazy. What you did was drink 6 coffees in a 1-hour period.
Yeah, and that was a lot for me. So this is not recommended unless you're very, very experienced in that world. Okay, when we return, we'll hear from more of you. We'll talk to our friend Mo DeWitt. And a bit of a surprise, folks. A bit of a surprise. Somebody that is joining us, hopefully, fingers crossed, at the top of the hour. All right? All right, we'll see. Stay with us. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down on I-4. You could expect your regular delays eastbound before the bend through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up a couple of accidents in the area. Travel with caution. Alafaya Trail eastbound before. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Orlando's top comedy club and restaurant is becoming the Funny Bone. Formerly the Improv Comedy Club, the Funny Bone guarantees the same awesome live comedy with a new name at Point Orlando. This week, it's Jeff R. Curry. February 2nd and 3rd.
Do you like it? I feel like that's not a cool guy thing to say. It was like, here's my tattoo. Is it okay?
Followed by Craig Robinson, February 9th and 10th. Check out the star-studded calendar and showtimes at orlando.funnybone.com. Get funny at the Funny Bone.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series is where names are made. And at Daytona, those a whole lot of smoke. Wants the smoke. Justin wants the smoke. Cole and Haley, give them all the smoke. There's plenty to go around, but remember, if you can smell the smoke, that means you're not the one making it. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona, February 17th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hey there, it's Russ Rollins. I'm talking to all the homeowners out there who are tired of staring at their cold swimming pools. It's time to stop wasting money on a pool that you can't use. With Solar Source, you can enjoy your pool year-round like I do. Top 5 things Solar Source customers do after solar heating their pools? Well, spend time with your family. Go night swimming. You got movie nights in the pool. You got water workouts and much more. Friends of mine, friends of Russ Rollins, can save big money when scheduling a free consultation today at solarsource.com/monsters. Don't wait any longer. Start enjoying your pool again with Solar Source.
Hosting big parties often calls for making tough, last-minute decisions, but planning the perfect meal shouldn't be one of them. Let the Fresh from Florida Club help. As a member, you can browse hundreds of recipes, each with local, in-season ingredients. That means you can create and save the perfect menu well ahead of time, so you can sit back and enjoy the party. Join the free Fresh from Florida Club at freshfromflorida.com. It could be the easiest decision you'll make all year.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the Injury Law Firm of Kaufman & Lind and the Under Oath podcast. A little more free advice. Any conversation you have with the insurance company after you get into an accident will be recorded. Everything you say can and will be used against you. For example, when they ask you how you're doing, these are not words of concern. These are traps to keep them from paying your medical expenses. Simply reply with, I've been told to avoid answering questions like this. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort. But it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first today.
On game day, you want to focus on 3 things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends. And football, well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Get ready for the big game with a free iHeartRadio app, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network, featuring the biggest names in the game like Ross Tucker and his daily NFL podcast.
I am so looking forward to that game.
NFL Total Access.
That's another mini storyline to watch.
NFL Now.
This could be the dangerous team.
And many more. The free iHeartRadio app in the NFL. Getting you the insight and behind-the-scenes stories you need for the big game. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search NFL and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
New South Window Solutions. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Out there and get geared up for the Super Bowl next weekend. It is going to be a big show, and people will be screaming without a doubt about Taylor Swift. You just can't get away from that.
I'm excited for that Reba McEntire national anthem.
Oh, that's right. She's singing the national anthem. She's good too. I mean, I'm sure that's going to be good. I am truly kind of enthralled though with these people who are so upset, so incensed with the Taylor Swift stuff.
Oh, my God.
I like that more than almost anything else to do with this because I want to understand that person a little bit.
They're crazy people, Sean. Come on.
It has no impact on my life at all. There's so many things that I see people get upset about, and I'm like, I got enough things to scream about. I'm not worried about that. I'm not sitting there wasting any time going, oh, if they put Taylor Swift on that screen one more time.
What happened to sport? Shut up and dribble.
I go, man, I got to understand when you didn't like when politics was all up in football, because if you didn't agree with whatever the political message was, you felt like they were just kind of cram it down your throat and you wanted to watch sports. But this is stupid.
Shut up and run or throw. Dribble.
We'll focus on the men. This is a football game. And to actually expend 1 calorie of anger at that situation, it's just mind-numbing to me. Cannot believe that that's a thing.
A bunch of people were chiming in when we were trying to figure out what the augmented reality cameras would have been for the Super Bowl. I guess they're doing another Nickelodeon thing.
Oh,
or
are
something,
they?
or like a SpongeBob bowl, or some kind of thing that I hadn't heard of. Well, I mean, we had heard of them doing games in the past, but I didn't know they were doing it for the Super Bowl. And apparently, that might be why those cameras.
I mean, that makes sense.
I got another email about that. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and Sam emails. It says, "Hi, Sean. I'm not an expert, but I would imagine the augmented reality cameras probably use special index pan tilt mounts.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
Various sensors and processing so they can map the field. That way they could place lines, flags, and other graphics on the screen, and it'll be pinned to that spot in the video. So when they pan, the line will stay in place on the field when the camera moves." So that's the way they do things. Like, for instance, if they were going to let somebody sponsor the field, imagine that. The field is sponsored by Tropicana or something. They could put the Tropicana logo, boom, on the field. Players will be running over it. All these things will be happening, but it'll never move, even though it's not physically there. They do that mostly, I think, with baseball, though, because I know sometimes
they black out the ads that are behind the players.
Yeah, or they put other ones over them. Yeah, they'll put their own ads up over them with augmented reality. So that's certainly one of the ways that you could do this. Thank you, Sam, over on YouTube. Appreciate you. There is a story that I saw about somebody who is saying they have a strategy that they wish more people would employ. And I don't know about this strategy. Maybe it's working for this person, but it's a worker at Chick-fil-A, which this worker decided to say, this is how I do things, and I think more people should operate this way. She says, I make it a point, every person that I meet that works with me at this Chick-fil-A I work at, every person who talks to me, I say, just so you know, I don't become friends with any coworkers. I only work with my coworkers, and I'm not going to be your friend.
Wow.
I'm not going to...
Sounds like a gem to work with.
I'm not going to chat with you about any personal stuff. Work is for work people, and my friend is a different group. And she says she'll say the chances of me being friends with you is like 0 to none. Her strategy is just to work and then get on with her life afterwards. And she said there's people who've said, hey, let's be friends, let's hang out. And she'll say every single time, she'll say, no, I'm not going to do it. I separate these two things, which seems like a miserable way to approach things.
I mean, there are people who work, and it's like they would be miserable if it wasn't for their work friends.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about it.
Yeah, work friends are fun. It's one of the best places as an adult to meet other people, to meet the people that you work with. And you can talk about office drama with them. That's fun. Oh, my God, that's a good time. I'm not going to say that we do that here at iHeartRadio. Because,
not really.
Come on.
What are you talking about?
We're professionals. We don't have office drama that we talk about.
No.
We keep it on the up and up, but
We also do a
other
lot of
people-
it on the air.
Yeah, we just talk about it. Other people get very, very much into that, and that's super fun. Like that's how you get through your day easier. I don't understand why anybody would be against that. We're going to go to you and your dispatches. If you're wondering, that's how you can join us on the show. You go over to thenewsjunkie.com and you hit record on your first dispatch right now. Our friend Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm is joining us. Hello, Mo. There he is. Mo's with us here in the studio.
Good day.
So if we have any legal questions, we'll toss those at him. And otherwise, just hang out. He sounds very respectable today with his intro. And I keep trying my goodbye, my new goodbye on Moses. And
Bye,
I don't
cutie.
think he likes it. When at the end of the day, when Moses leaves the studio and goes on his way, when he leaves, I say, God bless. And he's,
Why are you doing that God bless thing?
No,
He did it to us yesterday, too. Like when we were switching out, you're like, God bless. And everyone just stopped.
He noticed immediately.
I didn't even hear it.
It's not working with anybody. I just
Why
wanted
are
to
you
do
doing
nice
God
little,
bless?
I just thought it was a nice thing to say to like end the conversation with somebody.
You
Like,
don't
God
even-
bless. You know,
you don't believe in
What are you expecting in return?
I'm not expecting anything in return necessarily. It's just that people have bristled at the
Because it's very strange coming from you.
Why?
I mean, I don't. When's the last time
Because you're not an 80-year-old meemaw.
Right.
I think this is something that younger people can say too, Moses. Why does that have to be an old person thing?
Just think typically it is.
God bless is like, you have a great, I want the rest of your day to be great because I do want it to be great, Moses.
Okay, what?
Yeah, I think that's just, I want somebody else to look after your life, not even just you. And even if I don't believe in God, I could say God bless to other people, right?
I don't know if it counts. If you don't believe in that, then what's who's blessing?
That seems a little disingenuous.
How dare you?
I
I'm
feel
being
like
fully
Sean's-
ingenuous.
He's gonna be a closet church guy. All of a sudden,
What?
he's finding his faith at his age.
Okay, if you think that,
You're starting to pray now, aren't you?
you don't know me very well. The only time I play,
I don't know you very well. You're the one saying God bless everybody.
The only time I pray is probably the same time that you pray, which is on that airplane when it is just bobbling around in the sky.
Sean said a small prayer yesterday when he thought his heart was going to just Celsius right out of his body.
If I were to have done it, that would have been a time because there was a little bit of worry along with me. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's go over to a couple of dispatches very quickly. Here's Daddy Two Times who's talking with us.
So I'm with Sabrina, right? My first line of thought was, dude, these people don't just wake up one morning and say, hey, let's try to move 150 pounds of marijuana across the ocean, right? Like they've had to have had some level of success previously. That's where my interest is. I want to know what they did before, how they did it, and how many times they pulled it off. So,
Yeah, I agree. We're just talking about this story where this couple, were they a couple in a relationship or no?
That's what I thought. That was like a married couple.
And they brought a bunch of marijuana on the cruise ship with them to try to like smuggle it into Europe. And obviously it did not work out for them. But yeah, there's no way that they just did that one time.
The argument that Daddy Two Times makes about the level of a success is one I used to talk about a lot whenever I would like witness the strategy of picking up women that to you just seems like why would you do that? Why would that ever work? There's got to be a level of success, like dudes that would do the teeth suck if a hot woman walks by. Like, was there enough times that you did that she turned around and immediately started?
It never works. And it's like try and try again, and then die with no success.
That's a very strange strategy. Okay, we want to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, we're going to do jury duty. I want to get into that cruise ship situation actually with Moses and ask what the charges would be there and what those folks could actually be facing. Because this isn't even just like a United States thing anymore. Now it's like an international affair and you got bigger problems. We'll get into that and a whole lot more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
Monsters in the morning.
You gotta get it that caper, and the caper's basically like a telephone pole, right? And you gotta get that thing straight up. And you get it straight up and get your fingers under it. I know I can lift it. That's what she said, but I just can't get it
What's
up.
wrong with you describing this right?
The Monsters in the morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Could the Bears really pass on Caleb Williams? They shouldn't. Last 10 years, the Bears have been Loserville. No leadership, head coach on a hot seat again. The city of Chicago cares. The fans are loud and passionate. But let's be honest, 11 years, one winning season with 2 top 10 picks. Bears aren't that far off. Forget the Justin Fields thing. It's an experiment, it's over. They need a game changer. They need Caleb Williams. I'm Colin Calvert.
The superbly versatile all-electric EQB from Mercedes-Benz. It's impressively techy and surprisingly roomy, with available seating for up to 7. The vehicle is all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. Learn more at mdusa.com/EQB.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with that mortgage guy, Don. That mortgage guy, Don, he's the president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage. He's the host of the Home Loans Radio Show. And most importantly, he is here for you. He has over 250 5-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at experience.com. So it's very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And that's very important, considering that chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table. So let that mortgage guy, Don, help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgagguydon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don will review your quote today. If you want to see a difference, go to the website. Thatmortgagguydon.com is chock full of information for you. It's very easy to navigate through. They have guides on how to get pre-approved, reliable mortgage information, and, of course, direct access to the expert himself. So start the process today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgagguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgagguydon.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Explore bizarre tales in the Very Special Episodes podcast, hosted by Dana Schwartz and friends. Every Wednesday, they'll tackle a new stranger-than-fiction story, like NASA agents cracking down on a black market moon rock trade, a poison Titanic cast, and Mark Twain's pivotal bar fight. New from iHeart Podcasts.
That is every single one of these episodes. It is the fodder for you to say, I heard the craziest story on this podcast.
Listen to Very Special Episodes on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. We'll always be here for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right. Get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners. Music to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text music to 96551. Text the word music to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart, it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay, and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Join the growing team at Progressive Insurance. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the news.
Junkie.com, and you can get the podcast for free over on the website. It's also where you can learn more about the show, and you can send us dispatches. We'll get into some of those in just a moment, but we're hanging out with our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm, and we're going to do jury duty in just a moment here. See, then, I think we had a question. Did we have a question from yesterday? I don't know if we had anything else on the Mo list.
We just had one from yesterday, and it was about... Nope, that's not the Mo list. That is
you got to find the correct Mo list.
We've got a different list
there.
We had the heat-sensitive camera equipment. Remember when they were?
Yeah.
They were kind of like they were talking about
cameras
in the bathrooms.
Right. Okay.
And
so this is a weird thing, Mo, and
it was my weird question, Mo. Sorry.
We had multiple stories about this. Oh. I don't know. Did we drop out or you guys got us?
No, you're here.
Okay. We have multiple stories about this where schools were trying to put cameras in the bathroom. And they said that they were doing this because there were kids who were vaping and there were kids who were like misbehaving, and a lot of the bad activity was happening in the bathroom. They assured everybody, which I don't know if this is enough legally, that they wouldn't be looking at the kids in the actual bathroom stalls. But one school even put clear doors on the bathroom. And there's a lot of different things that they were doing to try to see inside the bathroom to cut down on kids misbehaving. And let's start there. When you talk about putting cameras in bathrooms, I don't even care if they say like, oh, the camera has been programmed so it can't look
right
in the stall or it can't see the kids. It seems like it should be wrong just to have a camera in the bathroom to begin with for the school.
I mean, there's an expectation of privacy in a bathroom setting, of course. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, obviously, if this was in your home and they were trying to put cameras in there, that would certainly be an invasion of privacy. I think it would probably still be even in a public school. Now, they could try to argue that it's for, you know, safety purposes or something along those lines, and that the safety purpose outweighs the privacy purpose. But it's, I think that's a tough argument to make in general.
Who would decide that? Like if they said,
the courts.
So they would bring it to the court and they would say, kids are getting hurt in this bathroom. And because we don't want kids to get hurt, that's more important than the kids having privacy. So we are going to be watching them while they go into the bathroom.
That would be the argument, basically, is that, the safety concern outweighs their right to privacy here.
Yeah, because this would be an important one, I would think, because of all the places that you think you would have a right to privacy, the bathroom seems top on that list.
Pretty high on the list.
Yeah,
Yep.
it seems like that would be the thing. So when we were talking about this, Sabrina said, what if there was a situation where you had some sort of right to privacy and they were filming you, but they weren't filming you with a standard camera. It was like maybe a heat vision camera or some other kind of camera that really didn't even reveal your identity. It just revealed
like the silhouette.
That there's a person there, but you can't tell it's me. So is that still an invasion of privacy if you were to do it that way?
Well, there was a U.S. Supreme Court case back in the early 2000s that dealt with that, with heat-seeking cameras on people's homes. So I think I can't remember the fact pattern, but I think they were looking for grow labs and things like that, and they were using thermal cameras to look in the homes.
Oh, like that time that they thought somebody had a grow lab, and it turned out they had a huge Bitcoin mining rig, and they were stealing the electricity to power it.
Yeah. So you're saying, like, if you fly over a person's house and you see a heat signature that looks like they're growing marijuana, you didn't get a warrant to do that, maybe. And if you didn't, like, so what was the outcome of that case?
So they said it was unconstitutional without a search warrant. So you need a search warrant to use that. And I think there was even one of the justices asked a question during oral arguments on it where he was like, well, what can you actually see? If my wife was walking around the house, can you see her silhouette? And they were like, yeah, we can see all the people. We can see where they are. And so based on that, they declared it unconstitutional.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But this is happening more because there's a lot of problems in these schools, in the bathrooms in particular. So maybe this will be something that they have to run up the food chain a little bit.
I mean, it seems unconstitutional based on, like, all right, say you're pointing the heat-seeking camera at somebody's house, and you're like, oh, that could be a grow lab. But then you also could see what they're, like, doing. Like, if they start going at it, and you're like, okay. Obviously, it doesn't show their faces, but you know where they live.
You're looking inside their house. You have a Fourth Amendment right against things exactly like this. And so they were kind of cheating around it for a little while because they go, no, we're not going in your house. We just happen to be flying over, and we are seeing these heat signatures, so we operate on that. I get it. I mean, that's an interesting area of the law, I would think.
But Moses, you said that a lot of people would expect or have an expectation of privacy in the bathroom. Does that include the common area of the bathroom, or are we just talking stalls here?
Well, I think in general, you expect to have privacy in the bathroom. Of course, if it's a public restroom like that, the stalls are even more private than the rest of the bathroom. But, again, that would be for a court to determine. I'm not aware of any case law that's directly on point saying, there's a higher expectation of privacy within the stall rather than out in the open, and you can put cameras in the open but not in the stalls or something along those lines.
Well, Danielle on YouTube says, I'm a high school teacher in Orange County. We have cameras on the opposite side of the entrance to the restrooms, so if there's an issue, we can see who is going in and out.
Yeah,
that would be fine.
That's permissible, obviously, and we've seen that for years. Yeah,
because the kids don't have a right to privacy in like the hallways, the common area.
No, or even in the classroom.
In the classroom, let's get into some creepy territory quickly here. When it comes to weirdos and weirdos using technology, Moses, what is illegal? Now, I'm going to get specific.
It's a very broad question.
Yeah, I'm going to get specific.
Moses, can you tell us everything that's illegal?
Give me all of the laws. No. If you are, let's say you break up with somebody and then you're like tracking them. You put like those little tracker chips thing on somebody or on somebody's car.
Air tags or something like that.
If somebody's doing those things, where are they? What are they doing to break the law? Like, what are the things they're doing that are actually illegal when they're stalking somebody like that?
Well, they're stalking them. I mean, that's
a crime in and of itself.
Yeah, that can be a crime in and of itself. Especially, I'm assuming here it's not for any sort of legitimate purpose. So,
no.
For instance, let's say, prior to breaking up, you guys put air tags in each other's cars and you just forgot about them. That would obviously be a defense to stalking because you said, it was already there. It was already there. I just completely forgot about it. The person, if they'd asked me to take it out, I'd take it out and throw it away. We just forgot about it. But when you're going and starting putting tracking devices on people and things like that, then you can have a number of crimes, but of course, including stalking.
There's another weird one that I think a lot of people are facing right now, and that's this. There is a way to share your location with people, right? On your phone, you can set the thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes people, like I've screwed up and done this, you can share the location and then the person can still see where you are at any time and they can follow you. Would that then be on me because I sent it and I didn't understand what the hell I was doing?
Well, again, if you're talking about a criminal act, it comes down to the intent. So, typically criminal law is always looking at the intent of what happened in most cases, not all crimes, but in a case like this, it would be, okay, you shared your location with the person, then you unshared it, but it didn't work. The unshared didn't work for whatever reason.
Or you never unshared it.
Yeah.
Or you never unshared it.
I just thought it expired, I just thought.
Right. So let's say that if you shared it with your consent, then there's no crime there. If you tried to unshare it and then the other person started using that, or even using the information for an illegitimate purpose to track you, you've said, please stop tracking me or something along those lines. And then they start showing up, they start, stalking you, whatever it may be, then they could be committing a crime.
What if I told him it was temporary just to trick him into completely sharing his location with me at all times?
Nobody do this, please. Nobody do any of this.
But again, if you're not doing anything with the information, it's most likely not going to be a crime because he voluntarily shared it. You're not doing anything. You're not, showing up in the middle of the night being like, I know where you are. I can find you, sending these kinds of messages or anything like that.
All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear more from Mo. We want to hear from you as well. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first batch right now.
I'm going to find you. Been sharing locations for years, man.
Maybe that was a bad discussion to have. I feel like we put too many pieces of information out there for the actual stalker creeper people. All right, we have potentially a surprise guest when we return. And
please let it be Justin Timberlake.
Maybe. Could be.
I can't wait. I got some words for him.
We'll see who it is. Maybe somebody yells at Justin Timberlake. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
The right lane is blocked due to an accident on Orange Avenue southbound at Anderson Street. Travel with caution through there. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Alafaya Trail eastbound before Maitland Boulevard. Watch out for that one. Checking on I-4, you could expect your regular delays eastbound before the bend. There's an accident off to the side on Florida's Turnpike just before exit 244. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
It's time for the 16th annual Fiddler's Green 5K Run. Walk, run, even participate virtually. The event takes place on Saturday, February the 3rd at 7:30 in the morning, starting at Mead Garden and through the streets of Winter Park. And then the post-event gathering at Fiddler's Green Irish Pub. This year's 5K benefits Habitat for Humanity and SECO, Conductive Education Center for Orlando. Sign up now by visiting fiddlersgreen5k.org. That's fiddlersgreen5k.org. The 16th annual Fiddler's Green 5K, Saturday, February 3rd through the streets of Winter Park. Don't miss the special race and post-event gathering at Fiddler's Green Irish Pub. For more information and sign up, visit fiddlersgreen5k.org.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm dead. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
As always, go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch if you want to join us on the show. And we have a guest hanging out with us now. That,
Been very
you guys...
secretive about this.
Yeah.
In the commercial break, I was like, who is it, C-Lane? And he said, it's a surprise to me as well.
I kept it under wraps so that you would be surprised as well. But let's bring this gentleman up, C-Lane.
He's here.
And do you have any guesses on who we're looking at right now, Sabrina?
Oh my God, is that the school security guard that I have?
No. He covered his head. He covered his head at the last minute. It's Rat Daddy.
Oh, Rat Daddy! Welcome to the show, Rat Daddy.
How you doing, Kenny, a.k.a. Rat Daddy? We were talking about you and your story yesterday, and how's things been? You had a bunch of press, and are you booking some more tours? How's it going?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I know this is an official show. I thought it was like some small town radio in Kentucky or something that was reaching out.
We got a big audience, man. Yeah, don't screw it up here, all right?
Well, yeah, this is awesome. Thanks for having me. It's been crazy, all the press I've gotten from this. I had people all around the world reaching out to me, all these different media agencies. I've had a lot of tours be booked. I was on the Drew Barrymore show about a week ago.
Wow, all right.
Yeah, so it's been very surreal to be involved with all these media agencies because I just started doing this about a year ago. So it's all, the advent of social media, how everything could quickly just boom like that. So it's been awesome. I've got able to meet so many people and be on these kind of shows. It's really cool to share my story.
Well, the thing that I was confused about is, do you hate rats or do you like rats? Which side were you on here?
It's like 50-50 now. I used to hate them 100%. Now I love them because it's bringing me some money.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I heard, like, what is it, $50 a person to go on one of these rat tours?
Yeah, $50 a person. We go to these different rat-infested locations around New York City. We usually start around Grand Central. It's a nice meeting spot. Then we go out into the streets in these infested spots that the city's not doing anything about. So I go after the city to make sure that if they're gonna find these businesses for leaving trash on the sidewalk, I'm gonna make sure that the city's actually doing their job as well.
Well, how bad does it get? Like, when we talk about a rat problem in New York City, what extent to this? To what extent has this problem gone all the way very bad territory?
Yeah, so I only go to the infested spots. So this is where people are reaching out to me saying the city's not listening to what they've done for complaints. So I go to these spots where there's at least 100 rats in a single location, not just one or two that you're seeing on the subway dragging a piece of pizza. That's funny. But I'm usually going to spots where there's hundreds of rats crawling back and forth from the trash and going back to the construction site or going back to this fencing area where you can't get behind. So that's where I'm going.
Oh, my God.
Do you feel, is there ever a moment where you kind of feel bad? Because, considering they are little animals, and though they are an infestation, they're just trying to make their way around in the world?
No, I get people coming in my comments all the time. You're hurting the animals.
A hell no.
Yeah, it's a hell no.
Rat Daddy,
the reason why.
Go ahead.
The reason why they're pests. They're not pets. I love pets. I love animals. If it's a pet rat, that's fine. We can train it to do something. But these things are destroying businesses or climbing up places. You can see all the videos on my page, NYC_KB, my TikTok channel. But these pests are not pets. And that's my clarification right there on that. So no, I don't feel bad at all.
We talked a couple of years ago, or maybe just a little over a year ago, about New York City making a job. There was a position that was going to pay up to like $170,000 salary to be the rat czar. Are you on board with, are you team rat czar, or is that like your enemy?
I think they're doing a good job. They're definitely putting things in place that should have been done like 20 years ago. Like, it's New York City. It's 2024. We still have trash laying on the sidewalk. You walk around one of the most expensive cities in the United States, New York City, everyone talks about. You can make it here. You can make it anywhere. All these songs about it.
Also the scaffolding capital of the world, I think. I think the business to be in New York is definitely scaffolding.
Exactly. Scaffolding everywhere. And that's what rats like to hide. It's free shelter for them. Scaffolding and outdoor dining, which the mayor just recently signed into permanent existence. There's now regulations on it and all that kind of stuff, just like everything. But outdoor dining has been the bane existence of the rats. That's keeping the rats coming from out of the subway. and the scaffolding that you just mentioned.
So
yeah, the rat czars, they're doing a good job. They're working with city agencies like the Department of Health, Department of Sanitation, all that kind of stuff. But yeah.
Well, you don't want them to do too good, because if they do too good of a job, then you don't have the 100 rats in the big old group to be able to show off to the folks on your tour. But have you ever seen, what's it called? You guys will remember. Sabrina or C-Lane will know. What's it called is it a king rat when you get them all like wound up? Have you ever seen one of those out on the streets?
Yeah, the king rat is like the one, the alpha male of the pack. That's the one that's usually the biggest. And there's a viral video from Harlem recently where a lady said, how big was the rat? She's like a size 9 croc or something, where she said size 8 croc.
Oh my God.
But
Could you imagine?
Usually that's the alpha of the pack, where, that's the dominant one. Just like any kind of animal group, you see one big one. And sometimes I'm seeing a couple, 2 or 3 in groups where I'm going in these infested spots.
Yeah. What surprised you the most being out there on the streets doing these tours and just overall observing
how friendly the
problem?
rats are, obviously.
I don't know about friendly, but I don't know. I'm more worried about the people than the rats out in New York City. I'm not really worried about the rats.
Yeah.
When you're out in the middle of the night in New York City, you never know what you're going to see walking the streets. I think that's what makes it fun and entertaining on the TikTok live stream when we're walking around. You're running into so many different characters that you never knew you'd see. But for the rats and that perspective, just the things they can do. They can climb up trash cans. They can climb up buildings. They're very athletic. It's just crazy to see, like, in person. You can tell the story, but until you actually see it in person, you see it on your phone, it's unbelievable what the rats can do. But I've seen them climb up. I've seen one come out when we were fishing for one night. One of my friends that came on the rat tour, he's like, "Well, rat fishing. It's on the page."
Were you on
So
a
he
rat
came out with
fishing
me.
team, Sean? You did do some rat fishing?
Wait, walk me through rat fishing. You just toss that out there like we're all going to know what rat fishing is.
I did that in college. I have some ex-girlfriends I can explain.
I'm gonna start going to the SEC down there, since you're down in the South, and propose a new sport for the SEC.
Yeah, right.
That's the best of everything.
What do you use
But anyways,
to go rat fishing?
Yeah, so a guy came out on a tour by the name of Mario here in New York City. He lives in Queens, and he's like, "Can I bring my fishing gear?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" So he comes back down with fishing gear and a piece of bread stuck onto the what's the word I'm looking for? The hook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, line hook. He throws it out there, and literally 10 seconds after he threw it out, a rat came running out after the piece of bread and started chasing it. We didn't get him. He took the bread and ran off, but it was unbelievable. Like, people were going nuts.
My God.
So, like, you say that you started it to kind of address the situation. It's, become to a point where you're seeing 100 in a pack, and if they get down to it because of this exposure, and they get rid of the mass population of rats, that kind of takes away from your business. Is that what you're hoping for? Or at this point, let's keep up with the rats?
Yeah, it's. I mean, just like everything, some stuff fizzles out. It's hard to stay on top of everything. But this is one thing that I don't mind going out of business for, because it's doing good for the city.
Yeah.
It's bringing more awareness to different things that are happening. Am I going to get rid of every rat? Absolutely not. New York City's old. The infrastructure is old. The subways are old. There's things that rats can still stay alive in without me. Like, I'm just trying to control the situation. It's like when you go hunting for deers in the fall.
Yeah.
You're trying to control the pack and control the situation from getting out of hand. And that's what I'm trying to do to help these small businesses that are barely making it, and to help all these different people in the community that are having to walk home at night and have to worry about stepping over a rat.
I gotta say, Kenny, we had read your story and heard about the rat daddy, and we threw out the possibility of having you on the show. And now that I can see you, I'm pleasantly surprised that you're not as hideous as I was imagining. I mean, I just...
my hat's on. How do I look now?
Still good. Good
needs
full
a
head of
brush,
hair.
but you're good. I
You
mean,
seem like a decent, like, normal human. Rat Daddy immediately came off as someone that, probably slept with rats at some point, can talk to rats.
Is there a rat mommy?
There is a rat mommy, but she doesn't go by rat mommy.
She doesn't like that nickname at all.
I don't think so.
No. I think if I would have done this before I met her, I don't think she would be dating me right now.
What were you doing before you did this?
I was working in education, so I was in higher education. I have a master's degree from Oklahoma State, so I don't know if there's any Oklahoma State listeners down there, but go Pokes.
Go Pokes.
I got a job here in the East Coast at St. John's University, and I was working in higher ed in the dorms. So I was overseeing like where the basketball players lived and all that kind of stuff. And during the pandemic, it was like a renaissance in New York City where stuff was opening, stuff was closing. And that's where my TikTok kind of blew up, because I was showing different people what businesses were open, what was closed. It's like a renaissance in New York City of sorts. So I did that with my social media. People were asking when they could travel here. How many shots do you need to sit inside a restaurant and eat?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to talk about that, but that's what I was talking about on my TikTok, and people really enjoyed it and started following, and then it kind of evolved into the rats now. But it's not just what we do on this page. We do a whole bunch more New York City content, but this is just a little chapter.
What's the page? Is that what's on your?
Yeah, this is my page right here, NYC_KB.
All right, at NYC_KB. Look at him doing his thing. All right, thank you, Rat Daddy. We appreciate you, man.
And we got the Rat Talk hoodies as well.
Oh, nice. I might have to get one.
This is a man hard at work there. All right.
Wait. One more.
There's one more?
What's this?
I got a Valentine's card. I don't know if you can see it. It says, "You're my favorite rat."
Oh, my. He is merchandising up. I like that. Good for you, Rat Daddy.
Well done.
There he is. All right, Rat Daddy. Thank you. We appreciate you, and good luck out there.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Take care. Wow, that's fun. Now I want to find all the rats in my town.
Moses, this man is after you for Merch King. You know, I know that you've had many a thing on shop.justcallmo.com. And he's got some merch on his own.
I mean, we're working on a collab.
Yeah, a Rat Daddy / DeWitt collab. This could be good.
It's still in the works. We'll see what we can come up with.
Yeah, I think I could really work out.
What the hell, man?
Oh no!
How dare you?
Oh, you're gonna trigger people again, Rat Daddy.
Trigger for what? I'm triggered, man. Hey, it's me, Rat Daddy.
No, we just talked
to the real Rat Daddy.
Prove it, huh?
Listen to the podcast. He was just on with us.
Where's your listen to your stinking podcast?
Where's your hoodie, fake Rat Daddy?
How about I'm not focusing? I'm not focusing on merch because I'm killing rats, man.
Oh, so you think this guy's a phony who's just focused on the wrong thing?
I think that he's trying to just bank on rats. Well, what I do as the real Rat Daddy, ratdaddyog42@gmail.com, I go out and I greet the rats. I make sure to herd them in a certain direction that is away from people and small businesses. And this chump comes around.
Wow. Shots fired. I mean, would you ever go on one of his tours or no?
Hell no. Hey, I'm Rat Daddy, the real Rat Daddy.
All right,
is
fake Rat Daddy.
By the way?
No, he's not.
He's gone. Let me tell you something. If you want to see a real rat tour, then come follow me. I'm Rat Daddy. Or Rat Father at this point.
Oh, well, one of the Rat Daddies should suit you.
I don't have your support now. That's so interesting because yesterday you guys were all about Rat Daddy.
Or about the real Rat Daddy.
I am the real Rat
Daddy. I just bought one of his hoodies.
Oh, did you really?
Well, I have tank tops available as well as
you just said you don't do the merch thing because you're into the rats so much.
Do it now. He's making a bunch of money.
Yeah, he just sold
for a rat mommy. Hey.
All right, quick break in just a second here.
Nope, Moses, we still have plenty of time. I'm going to keep doing my spiel. I'm Rat Daddy, yeah.
Moses, we get paid for this.
I don't know how. Fortunately, I've never actually listened to the show. So
yeah,
you and Forrest, yeah.
and Rat Daddy.
Forrest.
Everybody's abandoning the show in droves here.
I hear Joe Rogan's really good though.
Yeah.
Oh my God, F. Joe Rogan.
Pulling in all the things. Andy just signed a new deal. They said $250 million. We're getting screwed over. This is just absolute travesty.
That's what I throw on the table for iHeart. I'm up for my contract right now, so I'm like, I want Joe Rogan money.
Yeah, please, $250 million if you don't mind.
So I will be doing the rat tours very, very soon.
Somebody says, All Day Yuckers, in fact, on Twitch says, Sabrina is my favorite rat. So
that's
sweet. The dude was hawking Valentine's Day cards.
And he also got those plugs in real quick. Follow the page. Do it.
One more thing.
Wait. One more thing.
I appreciate it. I mean, it wasn't annoying. And he was a good-looking guy. Like, I really was ready to see somebody with, like, craters in their face, smelly, not in that apartment.
Is this just low expectations? Because in chat, they were like, damn, he's good looking. And was it just because we were expecting Rat Daddy to be gross? We were expecting him to be like a really gnarly looking individual.
Yeah.
I mean, I was prepared to just like crack the mic on, show everybody Rat Daddy, and be like, "What's celibacy like, bro? You
How dare you? It's
ugly,
me, Rat Daddy.
rat obsessed person."
All right,
I'm
quick break. You can join us here on the show.
I think the voice changer ruined it. Seeing that guy in real life ruined it. Rat Daddy is dead. Goodbye.
If you'd like to join us, send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Man Kicking says, I expected a greasy cowboy hat. Yeah, everybody expected this guy to just be like a real slimy individual, but he wasn't. He's doing his thing. Good for him. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll get the train back on the tracks in just a moment here.
But when did it get off the tracks?
Yeah, he says that all the time. He says it all the time. And like, what?
You set up the interview. We had a good time with it.
No,
I
had
the
a good
track
time.
was there. The train is chewing.
Sometimes it's not a bad thing that the train gets off the tracks. This is what the people come here for. They want some weird stuff. They want some unscripted things. And they get excited when it happens. But then, we put the train back on the track. Unless you want to leave it off. It's Friday.
Yeah,
we can do whatever we
leave the
want.
train off the tracks. Let's go.
We could just go all the way with it.
Welcome to Train Talk.
Yeah.
I'm a news junkie.
If we do that,
I'm Train Daddy.
Oh, no, Train
I've moved on into something that's a little more lucrative. Choo choo, y'all.
Still got the same theme song, though.
I paid a lot of money for the theme song. I can't afford anything else.
I like it. It got stuck in my head a little bit yesterday after the show. When I was having my caffeine crash, I was like,
Moses.
Oh,
Do you have any sort of caffeine intake daily, Moses?
So I used to drink a lot of cold brew coffee.
Right.
Then I stopped drinking it for about 6-8 months, and then the last week or so I've been back on the cold brew train.
Oh,
okay,
man.
so you're familiar with it at the very least. Talk
You
to
don't
your
freak
boy
out like
Sean.
me, though.
Sean
No.
had a meltdown yesterday
I
because
heard.
he had a Celsius.
But I'm not built for it. Your system knows what to expect.
You acted like you were built for it. You're like, I'm a Celsius guy. Gung, gung, gung.
Yeah, because
2
I
hours
didn't-
later, he's like, I retract that. I will never
am
drink
dying.
Celsius again.
I didn't even know it was like an energy drink thing. I thought it was just like a fruity seltzer thing, and it was good.
You're a fruity seltzer thing.
Nice.
First of all, rude.
Hey, I'm a fruity seltzer thing, Daddy.
That's the most specific daddy of all.
There's a niche for everything, Sean.
But probably the most successful.
All right. Quick break. We'll be back in just a second. Your dispatches. Plus, somebody got shot in the face and dialed 911. I promise this is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on Colonial Drive this afternoon, you can expect a bit of delays due to an accident eastbound at Powers Drive. The left lane is blocked. The right lane is blocked on Orange Avenue at Anderson Street. Travel with caution through there. And on Florida's Turnpike, there's an accident off to the side northbound between exit 244 and the Greenway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Not sure what's the best way to save for college? Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. For more than 35 years, we've helped Florida families successfully save for college. And now we've made it even more affordable to save with prepaid plans starting at just $34 a month. That's the lowest plan price in 10 years. Visit myfloridaprepaid.com and use our Easy Plan calculator to find the right plan for your family's budget and put your child on the path to less college debt. Florida Prepaid Open Enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
Being a great dad doesn't require some fat wallet. I realized a simple stopwatch could make my kid's day better. I turned everything into a speed competition. Just time everything. How fast can they make their bed? How quickly can they fold 10 shirts? The weirder, the better. I want time who could hug me the longest. They'll be excited if you're excited. Trust me.
Pull out a stopwatch or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right. Get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Hey there, homeowners. Russ Rollins here. Are you tired of staring at a cold, unused pool? It's time to make a change. Spring is the perfect time to add solar heat to your pool and enjoy it year-round. Solar Source customers, they enjoy family time, nighttime pool parties, movie nights, birthdays, and even low-impact workouts. Don't let your pool be a monthly expense with no enjoyment. Schedule a free consultation from solarsource.com/monsters. Remember, friends of Russ Rollins save even more money.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, if you have city water, you might not know this, but it's got chlorine, chemicals, and all kinds of impurities in it, which really isn't healthy for you or your family. Get cleaner water with PureWaterChanges.com. Call my buddy Bobby at 407-MY-WATER. He can show you exactly how they can clean up your water and make it much healthier, and you'll save money. You don't have to buy bottled water anymore. You have them come over, do an inspection. They'll give you a $100 gift card if you're the homeowner. It's PureWaterChanges.com. 407-MY-WATER.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sports book and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
My name is Chris Moody, host of the new podcast, Finding Matt Drudge. I'll be taking you on a journey to find the mysterious media mogul Matt Drudge, founder of The Drudge Report. Along the way, I'll talk to people who have worked with him, dined with him, and fought with him, taking listeners into private conversations, all in an attempt to get a better understanding of who Drudge is and what motivates him. Hopefully, he'll even sit down with us. Listen to Finding Matt Drudge on the iHeartRadio app or you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you no matter where you're listening to the show today. Except you podcaster. No, everybody, we appreciate you. And no matter how you get the show, we love that you give us some time each and every day. We're hanging out with our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Moses, it's available now. It's available today. In fact, if you wanted to get one right now, you could. Are you going to get one of those Apple Vision Pro things?
Not planning on it.
No? Oh, we need somebody to buy one that we know so we can use
You're
it.
You're going to do it. You are going to drunkenly do it without a shadow of a doubt.
I've heard a rumor that Ryan Holmes pre-ordered one.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that right?
Because the price point is just at the spot where you go, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this thing on. I'm going to use it twice, and then I'm never going to use it again. And $3,500.
God, that's a lot of money, man.
It's a lot for that. And one thing that I kind of don't dig is Apple is being really annoying about how people refer to this gadget, and they will not call it virtual reality. Okay, they said this is not virtual reality. This is spatial computing. That's what they want to call this, because virtual reality is like, I don't know, embarrassing or is not the technology that they're looking to get into in the future. But I can't see myself, if you talk about long-term use of this, I can't see myself sitting in my house with the Apple Vision Pro goggles on and watching a movie in a fake movie theater.
Right.
That doesn't really do it for me.
Can you pull up a picture of them, because I don't even know what they look like.
Oh, they're pretty cool. Yeah.
Are they slim? It's not like, I remember when you got the first Oculus Rift.
That thing was
right.
Rift.
It was
that
ridiculous.
thing was not. Yeah,
I mean, they kind of look like ski goggles.
Yeah, these ones do.
Okay, that's not.
It's
bad.
right here. Yeah, it's very, very slick.
Wow.
Oh,
Don't have it.
Yeah.
All right, I do like it. It's very simple.
Now you're gonna buy one. It's super sleek looking, but it should be. I mean, it's got cameras and gadgets all in the face mask of this thing. But what it does is it allows you see in the room that you're in. And then also they can layer different computing things on there. It's like an iPad inside there. And what he did, one of the guys I watched, Marcus Brownlee, he's a YouTuber, and he reviewed this because he got one. And he was able to wear it and play ping pong with another guy. So that might not sound cool.
Well, if that's gay, then...
It might not sound cool, but that's really impressive that they get it to work that well. Because what he's seeing is a screen. It's cameras that are pulling all of that off.
All right. What's the porn situation?
I don't know. I don't know if you can get. I would imagine you could. Right. I mean,
kind of the biggest thing that I felt like what everyone was doing with the Oculus Go.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately. Eventually, but that was probably the most profitable at that point.
But those aren't nearly as expensive. Those are not anywhere near as expensive as $3,500 for one of the damn headsets. And you have to have a battery in your pocket the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then they
dumb.
said if you want to keep going, you could take the battery and then plug something into that plugs into the wall.
So now you're just connected to an outlet?
Now I'm in my room, in my virtual space.
And then you start running, and all of a sudden you're pulled back because you forgot the outlet was so far.
Yeah. And they have scenes. I guess Alicia Keys did a music video. And so you put the headset on, your Vision Pro is on your face, and you're looking around the room. And Alicia Keys walks right up to you, and she starts singing to you. And you could walk around her, and I go, I don't know if they found anything interesting enough that I actually want to do it yet. There's things that might be cool, but I don't think these are them. it's not a good use case for me.
I just want to try it, and then, I mean, even if I did, though, I can't imagine spending that much money on
Yeah,
it.
it's quite a bit. $3,500 for some. It is virtual reality. Let's be honest about this. In Deltona, Florida, a 61-year-old man, one of two people shot Wednesday night on I-4 in Volusia County, called dispatchers himself. He said blood was pouring from his face. He said, I don't know what's going on, but I've been shot. I'm on the side of the road. A driver shot me in the face. I need help immediately. I'm pouring the blood out, he said.
Wow.
They said all of this started with a road rage incident. We see this so often, Moses. Is there any kind of specific charge that's related to road rage, or is it just whatever crime you've committed it just happened to happen during a road rage?
No, there is a road rage charge in Florida.
Is there?
What it's called, but there is something related to road rage, if I remember correctly.
Is it like an amplifier where it makes whatever crime you committed, like assault or something, makes it worse?
I don't know if it necessarily makes it worse. It just further defines it, because road rage is kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
Where you're threatening another driver. But I believe there is a specific statute that addresses that.
You see that far too often these days. It's something that has happened a lot. And this dude was just bleeding out of his damn face. They said the suspect vehicle. Oh my God, I'd be freaking out. I don't even know if I would have it in me to call 911 as that was happening. The suspect vehicle, believed to be a black SUV or pickup truck, reportedly flashed its high beams behind the man in the inside lane. That prompted him to move into the center lane. At that point, troopers said the suspected vehicle pulled up beside the man and shot right into his Mercedes-Benz. So he didn't even stop. He's just driving along, and he gets so mad at somebody that he pulls out his gun and shoots into their car. And would that be what kind of murder charge do you think you would get there? Would that be if he didn't
certainly
die?
be attempted murder.
If the person died, would it because pulling a gun out and shooting it through a window of a moving car, you're going to probably kill the person.
Yeah, you're probably looking at a second-degree charge there. It's not premeditated, presumably. There wasn't a plan to do it, but it was, in the heat of passion, so to speak, or, something along those lines. So you're probably looking at a second-degree charge with a lesser-included manslaughter charge.
I want to ask you about, I don't know if you've been following it at all, but there is a trial right now underway for the mother of Ethan Crumbley. And
oh my gosh, I've been seeing these clips everywhere.
Okay, it's really interesting. Okay, this is the woman, her son was the one who shot up a school and killed some people. And the mother is on trial facing manslaughter charges. The idea being that the mom should have known that this kid was a danger to these kids who ended up getting shot. And there's a couple of things about this that I find interesting. One thing is, what do you do as an attorney when you have a client that is so unlikable? Because this woman, she's very easy to hate. She's not a great person. They're bringing out how during the investigation they found out that she was cheating on her husband. She seems
objection, relevancy.
Her all of the people they introduced as her friends said they did not like her. Actually, what do you do with a client that is like so disliked?
Well, the first thing you're going to try to do is keep as much of that evidence out of court as possible, because Sabrina's objection, while ridiculous, may have been correct. How is that relevant to the case, right? And then so you do a motion to limine first, which is basically an evidentiary motion. We're asking the court to limit what the jury is allowed to hear. Once you do that, the court makes a ruling. Then you kind of have anything that's left over that doesn't sound real good or look real good for your client. Typically, the way to approach it is to deal with it head on. So you have to kind of address it to the jury before the other side does. So,
literally point it out, like, my client might not be the most likable.
Right, my client may not be the most likable. Her friends may not have liked her. Her family may not have liked her, but that doesn't mean she committed this crime.
Yeah.
And so then you have to kind of lay it out that way and try to ease the blow of all these kind of character witnesses they may be calling and saying, hey, this is a horrible person.
Are there lawyers that just like thrive on the idea of representing people that nobody likes? Like, it's just like their bread and butter?
No, I don't think necessarily they thrive on the idea of representing people don't like, but there are, people who certainly believe in the Constitution. And, when you're a criminal defense attorney, you certainly believe in everybody has a right to a defense, has a right to a jury trial. And so certainly some attorneys who deal with very serious crimes, especially serious, sex crimes, are used to representing people who are naturally hated. I've had a buddy of mine who said, he did a jury trial, and it was a 5-day jury trial, and the jurors would not look him in the eyes the entire time because the person he was representing was a bad person.
That's really tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough case to get through.
In some of those cases, the person's facing life in prison anyways, so you might as well go to trial. You have nothing to lose, essentially.
Oh, man. Yeah, so there's other stuff. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back. We got to take a break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Friday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
This week on the Jim Colbert Show, your chance to win tickets to see the legend, Bob Dylan, coming in March to the Walt Disney Theater, the Dr. Phillips Center. That is the prize this week when we play JCS Trivia. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hi there, here is your midday weather update. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This afternoon will be beautiful. Our high temperature 72 degrees with mostly sunny skies. For tomorrow, we'll wake up to the upper 40s and top out in the mid-70s for a spectacular Saturday. Great weather for the U.S. Olympic team marathon trials in downtown Orlando. On Sunday, though, expect rain and scattered storms. Sunday is a Fox 35 weather impact day for the rain.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50. To text music to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text music to 96551. Text the word music to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
On game day, you want to focus on 3 things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends. So good. And football? Well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Life is too short to let allergy and sinus issues hold you back. At Aspire Allergy and Sinus, we understand the impact these challenges can have on your life. Imagine a life free from constant sneezing, itchy eyes, and sinus headaches. Our expert team provides comprehensive allergy testing and personalized treatment plans, ensuring your specific needs are addressed. Simple relief, better life. At Aspire Allergy and Sinus, visit aspireallergy.com to schedule an appointment. Aspireallergy.com and tackle your allergies head on.
Explore bizarre tales in the Very Special Episodes podcast hosted by Dana Schwartz and friends. Every Wednesday, they'll tackle a new stranger-than-fiction story like NASA agents cracking down on a black market moon rock trade, a poison Titanic cast, and Mark Twain's pivotal bar fight. New from iHeart Podcasts.
That is every single one of these episodes. It is the fodder for you to say, I heard the craziest story on this podcast.
Listen to Very Special Episodes on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total.
Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Here at Massey, we've seen the damage termites can cause. That's why we've protected homes from termite damage for almost 100 years. Our termite protection program doesn't just protect your home from termites, it gives you peace of mind. That's why our termite protection guarantee covers your home and all the things in it. When we protect against termites, we protect families. Schedule your free inspection today at MasseyServices.com. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Get ready for the big game with the free iHeartRadio app. Pre-game with perfectly tailored playlists like Big Game Tailgate Party and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Tailgate, and listen now. Make the big game great with iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture.
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Friday. And before we get into all that, Moses, you really got to check out some of this case that I was talking about, because I'm enthralled with this case of Ethan Crumbley's mom, who is so hateable. And Sabrina's saying she's seen it on social media because people are putting clips of this everywhere online.
And isn't the lawyer a little bit much too, from what I understand?
Yes. Yeah. Her lawyer isn't great. She's really not great. Like every social situation she gets in, this woman, she behaves in an odd way, and it puts people off. And the thing that I thought was interesting was they're going after her for manslaughter charges because her son shot up a school and killed some kids. And they're saying, like, you should have known that he was a threat or whatever.
Right.
But they tried the son as an adult and found him guilty. He's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. And the son, who was tried as an adult, said, nobody could have stopped me from doing this.
Oh, I did see that clip, actually. Yeah.
And how does that not, like, factor in here? And you go, here's the person who did it saying, nobody could have stopped me from doing this.
Right.
It seems like that would be a powerful defense.
One would think. I mean, I don't know what the evidence is. I haven't followed the case that much. But, you know, him saying that nobody could have stopped me from doing this and the parents helping to facilitate the crime are really two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, even though he says nobody could stop me, if they're taking action that's furthering it or making it easier for him to do it, then they could still potentially have some liability there.
Man, that one is one to watch. We'll talk a little bit about that next week as well. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Moses. We appreciate you.
Thank you,
Nice
guys.
guy.
Always good to see you.
Forrest.
You and C-Lane were, thank you, Forrest. No, thank you, Forrest.
No,
listen to the
I was
show
about
anymore.
to confront him. Yeah, Forrest, maybe you could start listening to the show again. Thanks.
Keep us all employed around here, please. Good God. We got to get these final dispatches in, and we'll do this one right here. Here is our friend Seychelles. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, we talked about Apple.
Hello, the news junkie.
Good afternoon, the news junkie. Sean, C-Lane, and my lovely Sabrina.
Hi.
Sean, I buy the DAM.
What?
And goggles for you so that you can shut up about it. It's nothing special. It's just an expensive toy. That's all it is. Now, you should always check the Samsung S24, which is out, and I'm having mine in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks.
Check it out.
iPhone would have gotten there in 2 days.
Yeah, probably. Did you guys see any of the promos for this new Wendy Williams documentary?
No.
My God,
I'm so excited, and I miss her so much. And also, rumor has it she's in Florida. She got relocated over here, so keep your eyes out.
She said she lost all her money, and in the trailer that I saw, it was she looks like a mess, and she's laying down, and somebody had an empty bottle, and they go, "Did you drink this whole bottle of vodka already?" And she's just like all drunk on the couch.
I feel for her, man.
it's like, oh my God, we're watching somebody with a huge problem.
But you're also like with somebody who's been very much taken advantage of. Like I'm getting the vibe of her money went somewhere, and it was like the managers and the friends are going to take care of her. But now she is alone and without anything.
This woman had a mega platform with a huge show. She had all kinds of stuff going on, and nobody really knew what happened. Like, what's wrong with her? Why is she not being normal? And it looks like she's got an incredibly debilitating drinking problem from the promo of this whole thing. And the other thing that's kind of effed up is that means one of her people in her circle said, hey, this will be a good idea. Let's let camera crews film her in this state. And let's see what we could find when we do like a reality show around this. Maybe to make some more money, right? Because is going broke with all this. It was something to see. I think it's on Lifetime or something. All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Excuse me. Here we go. They said there was a freak out on Air Force One when these spoiled folks in the press received their food for the day.
Get off my plane.
You can look it up if you want, but they served them Detroit-style pizza, and it was just charred jet black. Like, ooh, like you have left it in the oven for like an hour too long. It looked inedible, and they did not want to eat it.
Or like Air Force well done.
And this woman comes in second place for our week because she's the mother of 17 kids. We had 20 yesterday.
Hello.
And it says she is 38 years old. She opened the door to her mega mansion where she raises her enormous family.
Okay, so she has the means.
She's rich, yeah. She got like a daycare in the house where
that's nice.
People can come over and watch the kids. It's all set up. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Friday, February 2nd, 2024. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Moses, I believe in you. You're going to get this.
Moses, I believe in you too.
No. Focus up.
All right.
With this band right here.
Through.
This band right here.
Creed.
Tool is correct. I was really trying to spoon feed it to him there.
I was about to say Jewel. I was like, that doesn't sound like Jewel.
Jewel's got some miserable new song. Adam Jones, the guitarist of this rock band Tool, also worked on makeup and set design for some big Hollywood films like Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, Ghostbusters 2, and many other movies that you've probably seen. And they used him while they were doing their music videos to make things way more entertaining. That's why Tool's got some pretty amazing music videos, stop motion stuff in a lot of them.
Huge fan of The Wrench.
Yeah. Today I learned flight. Yep. Why does Friday right before the end of the show always look like this for us?
This is my best work. Let's go.
Just careening into the wall here. All right. Today I learned this movie right here. Moses. Ship. It's a ship.
Titanic.
Yeah, the Titanic is correct indeed. There are no skeletons on the wreck of the Titanic or debris field. At depths of 3,000 feet, seawater is undersaturated with calcium carbonate. So that means their bones dissolved and just like skin sacks.
A lot of the stuff's been eaten up by like microbes and stuff. Like eventually there's going to be next to nothing left of that ship.
Today I learned this band.
Moses should know this.
Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys is correct. The Beastie Boys were originally a four-piece hardcore punk band. They were called the Young Aborigines. Mike D played the drums and later took over lead vocals. MCA joined the band as a bass player, and Ad Rock was a replacement for the lead guitar player until they said, you know what, let's try something new. Let's do this hip-hop thing. And I think it worked out for them. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back on Monday, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you next week, everybody.